of others when they see their cabinet, countertop, and backsplash.
Force adjustments, acupuncture, nutritional protocols, and Graston technique to help with muscle release and quicker healing. Call me at Goodland Chiropractic today to schedule an appointment at 269-9565. That's 269-9565.
Your farm doesn't close when the weather kicks up. That's why Colby Ag Center in Colby, Kansas carries Case IH Compact Farm All C and Compact Farm All C CVT tractors with cabs. The roomy open platform provides an exceptional operating environment designed for all weather comfort. And while you're in the driver's seat, knock out every task using a wide variety of loader attachments and implements. For more on Case IH Compact Farm All C and C CVT tractors, in-cab and non-cab configurations, see Colby Ag Center in Colby, Kansas.
Hello, this is J.L. Evans with Western State Bank in Colby, located at our new Home on the Range, 1750 South. Home improvements? If so, please call or come in and visit with one of our home loan experts at any of our convenient locations throughout Western Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show, the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride. As we continue today, we're talking Colby Goodland football tonight, and joined by the voice of the Cowboys, Mr. Ross Volkmer. And how's Ross tonight?
I'm doing fine, Chad. Doing real good. Yourself?
Not bad. You ready for what's always an exciting football game? And I don't care what the records are year in and year out.
Yeah, very excited for it for sure. And hey, we're gonna have some nice weather. Maybe a little windy, but it's gonna be some nice weather. I was talking to one of the Goodland football players. He said it's gonna be the nicest Colby Goodland weather game I've ever played in. So nice weather to play in.
Please knock on some wood, because it seems like it's always crappy for this game. I agree with the player, and hopefully it holds up tonight. But yeah, it's been. I remember years ago we had that monster delayed game with Lightning and Goodland that took forever. I think we kicked it off at like 10:30 on that one. But yeah, it should be beautiful tonight, especially for this time of year. So that is going to make it a lot of fun, and which is good because we got fireworks after the game tonight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We got a big fireworks show with some boosters that are put together after the game tonight. So that'll be exciting. So it's good that we have good weather for that too. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the Cowboys. Guys, tough start to the season. I know you've had some turnover there with players and coaches and kind of relearning some things, and a young group of kids that's maybe starting to figure it out a little bit more as the season's gone on this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's, for the I guess you could say for the third consecutive season, Goodland has changed offensive philosophies. You go back my first year here in Goodland, and Jeff Savage ran an under center, kind of a pro-style pass offense. And then last year, in the first year of Coach Topless' regime, he went and put everybody in a shotgun spread, throw the ball 30, 35 times a game. And then this year he said, we're going to go, we want to be in a system where we can run the ball more effectively. And even though, in my opinion, they didn't really have the backs to do that, initially they had the offensive line to do that, returning 3 seniors and some pretty good guys with some decent playing experience and some good size. As the season got going, you just kind of started to realize that offensive line, even though it had some experience, maybe just wasn't what some people thought it was going to be, and the backs being not very big physical runners, more of quicks, all of them mostly smaller, quicker kids, were not able to break tackles in the backfield, and then after that it kind of revolved into back to where they were, a year ago, kind of getting more in shotgun and throwing the ball to try to open up the run game, and for the first time really in the whole season, last game versus Russell, they finally lined up in their base formation and ran the football 110 yards in the fourth quarter to close out their first win, and the first district win, for Coach Topless. And back to that first one, it was their first win in 371 days. So it's been quite a journey over the last year, kind of seeing this program go from where it was with all the 12 seniors that contributed so much to this program for the previous years, to being on a team now where there's not as many guys that contributed, and maybe they're just kind of maybe starting to turn a little bit of a corner.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with the way the system works now, with the district system, and that it is this year, and the toughness of this district doesn't make it easy when you got a young group of kids, because you really don't have a lot of time to, we'll put it together and learn a little bit as you go. You just almost got to be ready by, week 1 or surely by week 4.
Yeah, and this year's schedule was, even though you look back at the schedule and you look at the teams that Goodland has fallen to, and their records are not phenomenal, but when you start the season off against Holcomb and GWAC matchup, and then you go to bigger Ulysses, and you've got some bigger, badder teams, and then you play a couple games, where you thought it was a toss-up game, where they could maybe get a win versus an Oakley, or maybe get a win versus Concordia. And it just, things just didn't go their way. You saw the youth in this football team, how many times they turned it over, making silly mistakes after silly mistakes. And it just kind of snowballed, and it was such a neat scene to see the Cowboys get that win versus Russell and see the sideline erupt, and Coach Topliff saying that in the post-game chat with his players that there were tears in the eyes of his kids because they were just so excited to kind of get that monkey off their back, and he even said it was such a relief to be a coach, and what you've been teaching all season long and coaching finally kind of showed it, and you were able to get a victory because of it.
I'll tell you, and you know this because we've done this long enough, the two of us, that we've seen teams either way. And boy, it's just hard for teams that when they're not winning football games or basketball or baseball or not winning wrestling matches, but your heart goes to them because you see what they're going through. It's the practice and the hard work that they're in there, and the effort they're putting in. Sometimes it's just difficult to get over the hump, and sometimes when you get over that hump, man, it can snowball and you can get some momentum and some confidence back. And I'm sure that the Cowboys feel a heck of a lot better headed into this week than maybe they did going into last week.
Well, I think that's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah, because of the opponent.
Exactly. I think they feel good because they got that monkey off their back and that they got a win. And they played, some of their better football they have all season, especially running the football, which is something they've been wanting to do all season long. But then you turn on the tape and you watch this Colby team that's got 5 big, nasty offensive linemen and 2 superstar backs with some great pieces around them. And your heart kind of just sinks a little bit. You're like, oh, my. We've got a tall task ahead, and we're going to have to do a lot of things right. And unfortunately for the Goodland Cowboys, the things that the Goodland Cowboys do not so well are the things that Colby, I believe, can exploit, including one of them in running the football very, very well. And the Cowboys struggled to do that, allowing over 220 yards per game each game all season long. So it's one of those deals. But once again, you kind of go back to that thought where, it's a rivalry game, and at least for the first quarter, the first half, you just don't know what could happen. And if you get a little momentum going to your side, maybe you start to believe in yourself, and who knows? And then the snowball gets rolling in the game, either one way or the other.
How do you, going into this game, what do you expect from the Goodland perspective on things? What do you expect to see out of Colby, and what does your group of guys have to do over there to be successful?
Well, I think if Goodland is going to be successful, number one, they're going to do something they haven't done all season, and that's slowing down a very good running team. And even though body size, they may be able to match up pretty well up front, defensive front against offensive line, just the physicality and the athleticism that you see in some of these Colby kids on film, I think may be an advantage for Colby. But Goodland's going to have to find a way to slow down the running game, and that's not going to be an easy task. Going up against a team that averages, over 370-some-odd yards a contest and has ran the ball very well. So I think that they've got, number one, I think they have to be able to stop the running game in some fashion if they're going to have a chance. I believe if you do that and you force Jordan Shippers to throw the ball, who is a decent thrower, but whenever you watch him, it looks like as if it's not something he's extremely comfortable with. And so if you could make him force to throw the ball a little bit more, the Cowboys have actually been pretty good in the secondary and in coverage this year, and have been decent at getting pressure on the quarterback. They have more sacks this year than they did all of last year, despite this team being so inexperienced. But they're going to have to, on defense, they're going to do that. And offensively, I think any way that you can keep the ball out of the hands of the Colby offense would certainly be a good way to go. That means, getting 4 yards in a cloud of dust and, quick little passes players that keep the chains moving and the clock ticking, and you keep the ball away from the Colby offense. And so I think that's going to be a big thing. And no doubt, getting a couple of big bounces, big plays, to go your way, to swing some momentum, I think would certainly help the Cowboys. But no doubt, it's just going to be a tall task tonight for the black and gold.
All right, well, we look forward to it. Ross, have a good call tonight.
Hey, you too, Chad. Thank you very much.
Ross Volkman, voice of the Goodland Cowboys, joining us here on the Funk Optometry pregame show. We'll be back to take a look at starting lineups coming up after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football at 100.3 The Ride.
Find the perfect home with Homeland Realty Auction. Growing up, you didn't care if your home was small or the curtains were old. The important things about home were sneaking in bed with mom and dad during a thunderstorm, licking beaters when you made chocolate cake, and playing hide-and-seek in the backyard. Now, even though you care about things like square footage, decor, and neutral colors, you want to buy a home that gives you all the good feelings of the one you grew up in. The home where you walk in the front door and that little voice inside you says, "This is the one." Visit Homeland Realty and Auction in Colby or Goodland.
Taco John's presents Olay the Day Pep Talks.
Boys, this halftime score is not indicative of our talent level. We're a lot closer than I thought we'd be, and old Coach has just the thing to get us over the hump. Street tacos from Taco John's. You can get them with chicken or new sirloin steak or pork carnitas. That's a triple option of awesomeness. Let's go get some.
Get 3 street tacos for just $5 at Taco John's.
Hustle up, boys. If we leave now, we can be back for the fourth quarter.
Olay the Day at Taco John's.
Taco John's in Colby.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darwin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster, just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
Cornerstone Ag is committed to the Northwest Kansas community because they're proud to be a part of it. At Cornerstone Ag, the staff works hard to be your local answer to all of your grain storage and handling needs, as well as a great local marketing resource. Their service is fast and friendly, with questions being answered on-site by their professionals. During non-peak times, they can even assist you with pickup and delivery services. Cornerstone Ag, where local customer service is not just a priority, it's the only way they'll do business.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. The Eagles on Radio 100.3 The Ride, joined by the head coach of the Colby Eagles, Reese McKinney. And, Coach, coming into the game this week after your first loss of the season, a game that I thought your kids played very well against Scott City, had a couple of turnovers and a few costly mistakes that maybe was the difference in the game. I know you've had a chance to kind of go back and look at it on film. What did you take out of it after watching it?
Well, we've done... In some cases, we were trying to do too much. Got us out of our gap assignment or off a block too soon. I thought I felt like the guys were just trying to do too much instead of just trusting the technique and doing what they've done all season. And then Scott City exposed some things too that we needed to work on. That's what good teams do to you. So loss doesn't kill us. Only makes us stronger. I think helps us out a bunch this week because we know the direction we really need to drive the ship now.
Yeah, and I think, losses are never fun, and you never want that. But if you take out of the loss what you need to and move on from it, sometimes there's some good that can come from them.
Absolutely. I know a team that lost one game to that same team last year and then won a state title. So how you use that motivation afterwards, how you redirect and regroup and move on from that loss like you could. So we can change everything for the better.
And one thing I think that we've learned about this group of kids is they're pretty resilient and they're pretty businesslike on how they go about things. So I imagine that's probably something that they will be able to do.
Yeah, they were pretty crisp at practice all week. So I think they've refocused, they've reset their mind. They're ready to play this game.
Well, the good thing this week is we're back at home after a couple of weeks on the road. Get to play on a Denton field, and of course the rivals in town, the Goodland Cowboys, and always when these two teams go head to head, it's always a fun football game. They'll be fired up and wanting to win this one for sure, and I know your kids will be too.
Yeah, it's always nice to come home, and then then we get a rival game which are always fun in of themselves. And Goodland's off their first win in the year. So like you said, they're going to try to carry some of that momentum over to us. And we just can't let them get started and think they can.
Yeah, as you look at Goodland a little bit, and as you mentioned, they got their first win of the season last year. They've struggled a little bit on the season. What do you see from the Cowboys coming into this game as you've had a chance to prepare a little bit?
Well, it looks like they're working in a lot of new things. It seems like they got pretty good young talent, but just taking its lumps early and playing a little better now. So I expect them to play a pretty tough game.
What do you guys have to do on both sides of the ball?
We just have to be disciplined. We got to take care of the ball in every game. If you turn it over a bunch, it's pretty hard to win. We got to take care of the ball, and we got to make sure that we only do what we're supposed to do and not try to do somebody else's job too. That's when you leave those big creases or somebody wide open in zone coverage, and we can't afford to have those mistakes.
You mentioned a start earlier in the game, getting out to a quick start against a team that's had some struggles on the season. Always a good thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sad story, and I've been on the other end of it too. So,
sure.
But if you get a team that's had a rough year down early, they kind of start looking to the next season and stop focusing on what they're doing at hand. So.
The season is coming to an end, and I don't want to get into postseason because I know that's not what I know it's not the goal with your kids this year. It's win this week, but things coming up next week, possibility for some home game, or likely that we get a home game next week. Tell me a little bit about with this district this year. What you said, first time we've gone through this district, and I know we still have Goodland left tonight, but overall the new system and that kind of stuff. What do you think about it here through year one?
It's the GWAC and then districts. It's pretty much every game mattered all season long. It's a tough slate to be able to have to go through all of that, and then every game for 5 districts matters too. So I thought our guys handled it really well. It's great that we had an awesome senior class to help all that out this year, and they've really been able to show the younger guys how they could get through something that's stressful.
Yeah, it seems like you had to be ready earlier in the year. Obviously, as far as getting rid of some mistakes and being disciplined, as penalties, turnovers, that kind of stuff. And I thought your kids handled it extremely well. It was almost week 2 or week 3. I think it was week 3. You guys had the first half with just the kick out of bound penalty. I mean, it's been pretty impressive how they have done it this year.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to be the first ones to experience this. They could handle a lot of it first. So I was really proud of the way they've handled it and worked every week to be ready week 1.
Well, Coach, I look forward to watching the kids play tonight. Good luck against the Cowboys, and we'll talk to you after the ballgame.
Yep, see you then.
All right, Coach Reese McKinney joining us this morning on the pregame show. We'll be back with more after word from our sponsors here on 100.3 The Ride.
Is it time for something different? How about something free? With Next Tech Wireless's Advanced Pay plans, you can get just that. Activate a new Advanced Pay account and get a free Motorola Moto G4 Play. Are you an iPhone fan instead? No problem. Purchase any new device or bring your own device and get your first month of service free. Certain restrictions apply. Stop by one of our 50 convenience store locations for details.
Did you know that your body contains over 40 billion working parts and the nervous system acts as a communication speedway? Sometimes there's no warning when a problem is ahead, and a chiropractor can help determine if there's any interference in this great nerve network. In most cases, chiropractic care can eliminate the cause of your pain. Call Northwest Kansas Chiropractic at 460-0332. That's 460-0332. Or visit us online at nwkchiro.com. I'm Dr. Griggs, inviting you to stop by and see us and start feeling better today.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show and the Eagles on radio here on 100.3 The Ride. As we continue tonight, time to talk a little bit more about this football game. The Colby Eagles taking on the Goodland Cowboys tonight in Greater Western Athletic Conference play. It's also the final district game of the season. And really, as far as Colby's concerned, the district's kind of already been decided. We're going to be the number 2 seed. South City's going to be the number 1 seed. The Eagles will be hosting a home game next week in week 9 of the season. And as well as Scott City, the bottom 2 seats are a little up for grabs yet. And, of course, we've got a lot to look at as well as the other districts and who Colby's going to end up playing. But we'll get to that later on tonight. Let's talk about the matter at hand. Colby coming into the game against Goodland tonight. Just 1 loss on the season for the Eagles. And that came last week, though. Colby lost their first game of the year on the road against a very good Scott City football team in a game that I thought Colby played, I thought, really well defensively, especially the first half of the football game. Had a couple of things, and that's one thing we talked about and with Coach a little bit. And sometimes you get those breaks that don't go your way against a good football team, and man, they can cost you in a hurry. And we had a couple of really costly turnovers that Scott City were able to capitalize on and come out with a victory in that game. But I think going back and looking at it on film, and I know Coach has as well, there was a lot of positive things in that football game as well. And there's just a few things here and there that, man, you'd like to have back or do over or have another shot at, and who knows how things play out here in the end of the year. You never know how it's going to play out, but man, I tell you what, a lot of positives to take from that football game last week, but a tough one, and it's going to be kind of fun to see how the kids bounce back after starting the season with 6 straight wins and then picking up their first loss last week against Scott City. Our opponent tonight, the Goodland Cowboys, a team that they've struggled. They lost a lot of seniors off of last year's team. They've changed offenses around a little bit. They're trying to get some things going for them in a positive manner, but they've struggled. That being said, they're also coming into this game after their first win of the season, as they got a win over the Russell Broncos last week by 3 points. 19-16 was the final score of that game, and that's a big win for the Goodland Cowboys, again, just to kind of get some positive momentum headed into the final game of the season. And they're going to have a tall task ahead of them trying to defend the Colby Eagles tonight and get a win in this game. But, again, they're a team that's always up and ready to play when it's Colby Goodland, and vice versa. These teams, it's one of those games that you don't look ahead to it. I'm not saying we did that, but it's one of those you always want to beat Goodland when you're Colby. And Goodland, on the other side of things, I always want to get the win over Colby in a season, and that's always a positive, obviously, when you get a win, period. But it's a big one year in and year out, and Goodland's going to come in here tonight off of their first win of the season, fired up and ready to go. Weather not going to be a factor in this game. We talked about that a little bit with Ross Volkner earlier, but absolutely a beautiful night for high school football headed into this, especially for this time of year. Kind of a surprise to get weather that's this good at this point in the year. So that's a good thing for Colby in the game tonight. But I think just a good time for the Eagles, too, to finish up fine-tuning some things. Coach talked about it a little bit in the fact that some things got exposed in that Scott City game, and that's what happens when you play a really good team. They're going to find your weaknesses, and they're going to try to exploit those. And Colby got some things exposed in that game with Scott City last week, and that's the nice thing about this week is there's not a ton of pressure on the Eagles because a lot of what's going to happen in the postseason's already set here as far as when and where, not the who part yet, but the when and where. And so now you go into this game and you try to work on those things that we struggled with a little bit against Scott City and try to shore some of that stuff up headed into the playoffs, which will start next week. So, again, a big game for Colby in that aspect tonight, and just fine-tuning some of that stuff. And, again, want to get out to an early start in this ball game, get control early in it, and try to hold on from there. And that's kind of been our MO on the season, as we've been able to get out of the gates every week, score quickly, and then and often in that first half, and then allow some of the other kids to get some time in the second half of the ball game tonight. It's senior night here in Colby, which
talked about it a little bit with Brian Miller. It's always a bittersweet thing because, A, you want to recognize these kids that have been, this senior class is one of the better ones I've seen. I tell you what, they work hard, and they're good leaders on and off the court and field and whatever sport they're playing. But I tell you, they're good leaders and good kids, and it's not just the football team, it's across the board with the senior class. So I know with senior night tonight, these kids deserve to be recognized, but at the same time, it's like, man, can you just stay another, 9 years? Love to have you here because, again, these are good kids that have done everything correctly. So we'll have senior night after the ball game tonight, and those 10 seniors on the football team will be recognized for their hard work, but they're not done. We still have next week to go with the start of the playoffs here at home, so that's good news for Colby, too, is that we'll get to see these kids play once again. But as far as the football game with Goodland tonight, really it's shutting down the running game for Goodland, defending the middle against the pass, and then on our side offensively, it's really just establishing the edges and running our offense, getting to the corners, not turning the football over, cutting down on some penalties, which haven't been a huge issue, but something still want to get right at this point in the season. And I think if we can do that, we should be able to be pretty successful in this football game and come out of here with a win tonight. Should be a lot of fun, though. It's always good when these two teams go to head-to-head. It's always fun to watch, and that's what we're looking for in this contest tonight. Kickoff coming up here in just a little bit. We'll take a look at starting lineups coming up after a word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. This is the Funk Optometry pregame show.
This month, Colby Dodge is celebrating Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days. What does this mean to you? Discounts up to $4,000 on select new Jeeps and discounts up to $10,000 on select Ram trucks. We have the sale prices posted, so drive by and check them out today. Many programs are in effect this month at Colby Dodge. Stop in and check with a salesperson to see if you qualify for additional discounts. Check us out online at colbydodge.com or in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas.
This time of the year can get a little stressful on your finances. If you're in the need for any type of loan, come in and talk to their local grown loan officers at the People's State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or have come off the farm, they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your patronage at the People's State Bank with locations in Colby, Oakley, Hoxie, Goodland, and McDonald. The People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Butler builders understand that strong buildings and strong communities start with strong connections. Every bolt, every beam, and every handshake, each connection a strong one. When you work with a Butler builder, you're building on more than concrete and steel. You're building on knowledge and expertise with people you can trust. People who value your investment as much as you do.
Connect with your local Butler builder, Stevens Construction, and experience the difference strong connections can make for your business.
Are you looking for a bank that offers a variety of services? One that works with your busy schedule? Well, look no further. Farmers & Merchants Bank is the bank for you. Hi, this is Debbie with Farmers & Merchants Bank. We offer many products that fit all your financial needs. And with extended hours and 2 convenient locations, we can accommodate your busy schedule. We're committed to the community, and because we're the only locally owned bank, we're here for you and here to stay. Stop in today at either of our convenient locations and visit with our friendly staff. Farmers & Merchants Bank, together making a difference. Member FDIC.
Here at McKee Incorporated, we're proud to offer service you can trust, along with Linux products that can help keep you comfortable and save you money. This fall, McKee Incorporated is offering up to $1,600 in rebates on brand new Linux systems. So call us today at 785-462-3132. McKee Incorporated, proudly offering Linux products. Just another way we make you feel better.
For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department of Walmart. And, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation or Wii games. Walmart in Colby also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student-athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby. Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show. The Eagles on radio and 100.3 The Ride. Time to take a look at starting lineups tonight for the two teams. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, your local agent Dave Brown with offices in Colby and Atwood, Kansas. Dave Brown there for all of your insurance needs. Let's take a look at the offensive starters for the Goodland Cowboys headed into the ball game tonight. And it'll look like this. At left tackle, we'll see Trevor Days. Left guard will be Levi Stosser. Ryan Volk will get to start at center. Chris Barrows will get to start at right guard. Landon Reichs will get to start at right tackle. And Mark Rodriguez will be the tight end for the Cowboys tonight. Blake Sanderson will get to start at wide receiver. We'll also see Henry Cole in there and Brennan Brumbaugh as well. The backfield has Joe Mann in there at running back. The wingbacks are Mason Murray and Chase Johnson. Leighton Cure will get to start at quarterback tonight for the Goodland Cowboys. Defensively tonight, we'll see Mark Rodriguez get to start at defensive end. The right end will be Mason Murray. Landon Reeks will get to start at defensive tackle, and the nose guard will be Ryan Volk in this four-man front. Linebackers will have Brock Moll at the weak side linebacker, and the Mike backer will be Chris Barrows. Cornerback will be Blake Sanderson and Henry Cole. Tayton Weeder will get to start as well at the weak safety. The strong safety is Chase Johnson, and Leighton Cure will get to start at free safety tonight for the Goodland Cowboys. We'll take a look at that starting lineup for the Colby Eagles offensively and defensively as we get into the ball game tonight and talk about some of these kids. As again, senior night tonight, 10 seniors for the Colby Eagles, and those will all be recognized immediately following the football game, as well as the other seniors from the other athletic and activities that are going on in the first part of the year. That'll do it for the Funk Optometry pregame show and the Eagles on radio here on 100.3 The Ride. Kickoff of Colby and Goodland coming up next. For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department of Walmart. And, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation or Wii games. Walmart in Colby also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student-athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby.
El Dos de Oros has moved to its new location at 1921 South Range in Colby. They've got the same amazing dishes with authentic south-of-the-border flavor. Same wonderful staff making sure to provide a personal experience every time you dine in. And of course, you can still find dozens of flavors of frozen margaritas. Stop by their new location and enjoy some great authentic Mexican-style cuisine. Now, right next door to Orchlands at 1921 South Range in Colby, it's El Dos de Oros.
With High Plains Co-op, it's great to know that the more things change, the more things stay the same. High Plains Co-op with locations in Hoxie, Dresden, Grainfield, Gem, Halford, Park, Selden, and in Levant. They're here to give you the service you deserve. High Plains Co-op is available for your grain, fuel, and feed needs. Check out their website at highplainscoop.com for up-to-date markets. Standing with you is High Plains Co-op.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'll take a small Coke. And I'll have a large, please.
You know, you can get any size Coke for just $1, right?
So, a small Coke is just $1?
Uh-huh.
And a large is just $1?
Yes. Are you guys okay?
You just blew our different size minds. Sorry, you got excited again.
It's nice getting any size bang for your buck. So come into McDonald's and get an ice-cold, delicious any size Coke for just $1. A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
It's time for kickoff. With the call of tonight's ball game, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Well, good evening and welcome to Denham Field in Colby, Kansas. Chad Jones alongside Thomas Wheeland tonight as Colby gets set to take on Goodland. And Thomas, we're both Colby High School graduates. We've played in a few of these games, and records aside, it always comes out and is a fun football game and a lot of emotion in this one. Year in and year out, because both teams want to win it bad.
Right, yeah. I mean, they don't like us. We don't like them. We go over it every year, but it's always fun. There's a lot of hard hits. It's a pretty good game, action-packed.
A little difference in the two teams this year. Going into it, Goodland struggling. They changed offenses again this year, and some changes there. Lost a lot of seniors off of last year's group, and got out of the gate struggling. They lost their first 6 games of the season. They did get their first win of the season last week against Russell by 3. Colby, on the other hand, off to a great start, 6-0. They're coming off their first loss of the season last week against Scott City. Goodland won the opening coin toss. They have deferred to the second half, and that plays right into Colby's hands. That's what they want, is the football to start the game. So the Eagles will have it, and the offense will be on the field here to start things off. When you play a team that's 1-6, Thomas, I think one of the biggest things you can do is just get out of the gates quick and get on them. And Colby would love to do that here on this opening possession.
Absolutely. That's their game plan going into every week. They want to receive the ball to start the ball game, and they want to put it on them and keep the foot down and put their foot on their throat, finish them off quick.
Goodland, they look big on the offensive line. They've got some big kids and some experience coming back there. But they've struggled a little bit with their line play on the year. Colby, on the other hand, has really shored up that offensive line, and that's been one of the strengths of the team this year, really allowed the running game. Goodland has allowed 225 yards rushing in every single game this year at a minimum. So that tells you where their struggles are. This plays right into the strength of Colby tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see Eagles just run on this one tonight against Goodland.
Yeah, you're giving us that many yards, and then you game plan towards that. Obviously, they're going to see something on film that they like. And Colby does a nice job running the football. Anyway, the guys up front do a great job all year long.
Mason Wright back deep for Colby, along with Calvin Stamp. Things that for game time today. Week 8 of the season with that weather like this. Yeah, that's unreal. Goodland getting sent to kick it away. Norbert, no, just a kicker. And it's a little pooch kick toward the sideline here, and that's going to bounce. And be picked up on the first bounce by Stapp. Stapp takes it around the right side. Stapp gets away from the first line of defenders, has some blocks in front of him. Cuts the corner at the 40, now cuts it back at the 45, and it finally dropped down there. He ran about 200 yards. Linda gets it out to about the 40. He went across the field twice for that one. Eagles with great field position to start the game.
Nice pickup by Calvin Stapp. Has to come up on that ball quite a bit, and then get a nice gain out of it. Starting Eagles off about the 45-yard line.
Colby will start with 2 receivers stacked up on each side. Shippers in the backfield, one back with him. Jordan's going to get the snap. Quick pitch on the left side. Lots of running room. Breaking to the corner. This is Stapp. Stapp is loose at the 40, the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. One play, one score. The Eagles on the board first here with 11:40 to go. And the opening quarter of play on a 56-yard touchdown run by Calvin Stapp.
Nice job by Calvin Stapp. Big piece of running. Nice play call. Get him out on the edge right away. Little quick pitch play. Good pull by Tommy Klein. Excuse me. Couldn't think of the left tackle for just a minute.
And the Eagles are going to go for an extra point here. The snap a little high. They get the hold down. The kick is up. And that one right through the uprights there for Tucker Brandon. And the Eagles, the 56-yard running play by Calvin Stapp on the board first here tonight. And talked about getting on Goodland early, but one play and a huge one.
Yeah, we just mentioned that get up 225 yards. That's what they're going to want to do. And but getting out on the edge is something they've tried to do, all year long, past couple of seasons, using their speed, trying to get out to the edge and able to beat defenses that way, and they're able to do it in one play tonight.
And last week we had Scott City. It was kind of a fun game to watch, both to the edge. We've talked about how good our defensive ends are. And I think one of the best groups in the state. Scott City equally as good. And it was kind of fun to watch that battle last week, back and forth between the two teams. And both sets of defensive ends turning things inside and keeping it up the middle. It was a good little battle within the game. Goodland defensive ends not so good here tonight in this opening one. Eagles will get set to kick it away. Evan Bowie will handle the kicking duties for Colby. Let's see what kind of kickoff Colby goes with. You kind of got to prepare for everything because the Eagles have The Pooch kicks. This time they go with the full end-over-end kick that's picked up at about the 15-yard line, and this is going to be returned out to the 26. So decent return on the play. Let's see who that was for Goodland. On that one, on the return was Chase Johnson. So the Cowboys will take over. This is their first possession of the game. And looking at the starters for Goodland, we're going to see Leighton Cure, the quarterback for the Cowboys. And Joe Mann, the running back with it. 2 receivers split to each side of the field. Out of the shotgun, they'll roll to the left side. Want to throw on first down, and it is short, incomplete. Good job by the Eagles, kind of getting back there, adding a little pressure on the play.
Good job by David Clay, giving the quarterback space. Doesn't allow him to set his feet and make a throw. Trying to hit the deep out route on the far side of the field.
And that one's incomplete. Second down and 10 to go. Cowboys will spread it again. They want to be a running team more this year than they have in the past. They started the season under center and now move back to the shotgun to try to help out. Split backs, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They will hand it off on the left side and no running room there. Good job by the Eagles as the ball handed off to Chase Johnson. And Colby shuts that one down for a gain of maybe 1, 3rd down and 9.
The Cowboys come out, swings right to the receiver, left, 2 backs in the backfield, trying to stretch play to the right side of the field, unable to get anything going. Nice job by the defense.
So 3rd down and 10. Goodland with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left this time, 1 back in the backfield, and they're going to look to that left side. The catch is made at a good move after the catch, and Goodland's got a big play here. Colby going to try to run him down. Shippers and Staff get the angle, and they will bring down the receiver and Chase Johnson, but not till he takes it to the 20 of Colby. That's a big play that time. Looked like they had him in there, and Johnson with a nice move to get away from that first line of defenders. And unfortunately, for Goodland, Staff and Shippers are pretty fast. They're able to get the angle on it.
Goodland comes out. I got trips right to the receiver backside. And they just run a hitch route with him, and Johnson catches the hitch route and just puts 1 foot in the ground, gets upfield. It's a missed tackle. Should have had him inside the stick, but instead he picks up a huge first down into Eagle territory.
So 2 wingbacks this time, and it's kind of an end-around play. No running room at all for Caleb Durrell. He's hit in the backfield and then smashed at the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. Tackling was the issue last week, really, for Colby's defense. They did a good job of getting to the ball and getting there initially, but not finishing those tackles, and Scott City getting a lot of yak yards and some big plays coming after that. And I know that's one of the things Coach has worked on this week. Goodland set again, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end right as well. They'll fake the handoff, looking over the middle. Quarterback pressured, runs to his left, ball tipped and then caught. It was a great play by Colby. Should have had a pick on that one. It was knocked up into the air and then caught by the Cowboys. Brought in on the play by Rodriguez.
Isaac Rosales is nice job driving on the drag route. Unable to get there because the ball's tipped and it gets tipped up over him. Glad he has an interception. This is one of those things that's unfortunate for the Eagles.
Yeah, sometimes you make a good play and it comes back to bite you anyway.
He drove hard on it.
So that brings up a 1st and goal for the Cowboys, trailing Colby 7-0 here in the opening quarter. And Goodland with the ball inside the 1-yard line. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. 1 back in the backfield, double tight end set, handoff in the backfield, and powering forward, touchdown Cowboys. On the carry is Tate Weaver. Takes it into 1 yard out, and Goodland answers the Colby score here. On 2 big broken plays, really. 1 unfortunate one.
Yeah, no get that shirt up here on.
Yeah.
With just 1 missed tackle, you gotta understand they're gonna try and throw the ball downfield. And he's just having tough breaks on that drive.
Goodland lining up for the extra point. Kick is up, nearly blocked, but he does get it away, and that's through the upright, so we're tied at 7. 7-7 to score, 9:42 to play. Opening quarter. We'll take a break. Back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
This is Brett Armberger with Farm Credit of Western Kansas and Colby. At Farm Credit, we support rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Farm Credit's mission is providing farmers and ranchers with the capital they need to make their business successful. And because a steady flow of credit means more jobs and economic growth, Farm Credit is helping invest in the vibrancy of your local community. Stop in and see me on Tuesdays from 10 to 2 at E.C. Millick Insurance Agency in Atwood, or call me at 462-1113.
Sometimes everything that can possibly go wrong does, all at the same time. Maybe it's a storm or a fire. You've got damage to your car, your home, and other stuff, and one big mess on your hands. A Farm Bureau agent can make it better, simply, with a single deductible for it all. It's our one deductible advantage. You're going to love how Farm Bureau agents make insurance simple. In Colby and Atwood, that's David Brown. Call him at 1-800-870-2661. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
All right, Goodland getting set to kick it off as they answer Colby's opening score of the game. Cowboys with a very short sky kick. Fair catch called for and made by the Eagles. That one brought in at about the 37-yard line. And a good job that time by Branham. Get that. That's David Slavin. Yeah, good catch. So the linemen have hands too. Well, the Eagles had a one-play 56-yard drive the last time they had the football. Second possession here, split backs behind Shippers. Gonzalez in motion. Hand off on the inside. This is Snap on the carry, and Snap gets it forward for about 9, almost 10 yards on the play, just right up the gut. And that'll bring up second and short here for the Eagles.
Actually, Dewey on the there. He does a nice job keeping his feet turned. There's some big blocks up front. Big Aaron Kirk does a nice job on the dive for his own.
Eagles set again, split backs once again. Two receivers to the right side. Shippers gets a snap, was a little high, but he's able to pull it down, finds Rosales. Rosales on the right side, kicks it out, has some nice blocking in front of him, and is finally drugged out of bounds at the Colby 40-yard line. That is a gain of about 12 on the play. It'll bring up first down for Colby in Goodland territory. The first one was close to a first down on that first one, but not quite. Last week we had the official in the game with Scott City actually lay down on the ground to look at it. That's how close we were on one of them. We didn't get it on the Apparently there was a blade of grass in between the chain and there that was just enough. The boys studied it literally for about 5-6 minutes as they looked at it from the top and then one side and then laying down. It was one of the darndest things I've ever seen. He was with Inter Slavin. They're checking him on the sideline. They're taped something up. It didn't look like it's bad. But he comes out briefly here at tackle for Colby. Shippers in the backfield, fakes the pitch, going to keep it himself this time. Now kicks it to the outside, avoids the first defender, gets a nice block in front of him. Shippers up the sideline and finally drug out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And a great piece of blocking up in front of Jordan that time.
Nice block by Calvin Staff. He fakes the pitch from Shippers. Shippers keeps himself. The quarterback follow around the end. Calvin does a nice job holding back in on the defensive end, bringing Shippers for a first down. Yeah, Slavin's coming out of the game. That's a helmet issue. Yeah, he broke a snap. He's going to have to get that fixed before he can go back in.
And they'll get it fixed quick. Two receivers right, one to the left for Colby. Shippers gets the snap on 1st and 10. Rolling to his right side, looking to throw. Fires deep down the field at the middle of 2 defenders. Ball tipped to the air and intercepted. Double coverage on the play, looking for Calvin Stapp. And that one tipped up into the air in the end zone and picked off by Goodland for a touchback.
That's when Jordan just had a lot of time back there. He tried to, too much time, then he tried to force one in. Goodland had good coverage on the play. Had Rosales and his feet out, and he was covered too. Everybody else ran vertical in the end zone. That's one with the kid with Jordan's size. You know, you see him tuck it down and use his legs and get out and make a first down for you.
Yeah, he did. He had an eternity back there too. So the Cowboys will take back over offensively here. Leighton Cure, the quarterback. In the shotgun formation, you've got wingbacks on both sides. One receiver to the left and one back behind him. Out of the pistol. Motion from left to right, and that was where the handoff will go to Weeder. Weeder trying to cut it up the field. Colby does a great job of turning that back in and making the stop for a little to no gain on the play. 2nd down and 9. 35, Weeder.
Nice job up front, D-line of the Eagles. Doing well. Peyton Walmart taking the game, D-line for the Eagles.
Second down. Giving back of the football. They've got 9 to go. 2 receivers to the left. They're stacked up, and 2 receivers split to the right. Pass looking here on the right side. Incomplete on the play. And that one intended for Tayton Weeder. He was right down immediately. Good piece of coverage there by Aiden Baskell.
Good job by Baskell. Playing outside linebacker, strong safety for the Eagles. And he had a nice job on the speed out, drive his man through the ground.
So that brings up 3rd down and 8 now for the Cowboys. Last time on 3rd and 8, they hit the big play on the hitch. Got him down the field. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Quarterback rolling to his right side, pressure, throws back to the left side. That's a tough throw. Catch is made, and he goes out of bounds short of what they needed for the first on the play. Good defense by the Eagles covering down the field to bring up 4.
Nice job by Jagers getting out there. He realizes the screen play, does a nice job getting over there to the far side of the field, diagnosing it.
That's a tough pass for Layden here. He's running to his right side and stop and a little jump pass back to the left.
Yeah.
But it does bring up 4th down at about 4. Punting situation here for the Cowboys. A weird punt formation. They get it away, but barely, and it's not a good kick. It goes out of bounds shy of midfield, well shy of midfield. In fact, about the 40. Let's see where they're going to spot it. 44-yard line. So Colby's going to have great field position to start their 3rd drive of the game. Scored on 1 play in their 1st drive. Moved it down the field, but threw an interception on the 2nd drive. 3rd drive of the game here with the score tied at 7. 7:57 to play here in the opening quarter. Of course, good crowd on hand here tonight for this rivalry ball game. Colby with 3 receivers left and 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Shippers gets the snap, hands it off to Bowie. Bowie to the right side. Bowie breaking tackles. Bowie loose down the sideline at the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Colby. Hagen Bowie takes it in. A 44-yard Eagle touchdown run.
Nice run by Bowie. Eagles got tips left to the receiver far side of the field. Runs the single receiver side and little outside zone. Bowie's able to outrun everybody untouched the end zone.
Second big run of the game for Colby. Snap had a 56-yard touchdown here. They got 100 yards on their 2 touchdown runs. Snap is a little high, the extra point up, and this is good. Right through the uprights. Colby electing to kick the extra points here tonight in the contest. So this will get Colby back on top. 7:49 to play in the first quarter of the ball game. It is 14-7, Colby on top. We will take let's keep it here. This will be a big drive for Colby. Try to get a quick 3 and out, get the football back again. Eagles getting another nice play. I think Goodland just can't defend the edges against Colby tonight.
No, they're struggling. Colby doing a nice job up front, though. Very nice job. Able to get up, push the defensive line back, able to get up into the second level of defense, and doing well.
You know, we've talked a lot about the offensive line. I mean, they're players of the game several times, but this is a good group of kids that have done a great job of protecting their quarterback and giving the running backs an opportunity to move the football. End over end kick into the right side. This will be bobbled at the 14-yard line and then picked up, and not much room from there. Colby going to drag Goodland down out of bounds inside the 20. So that kick, a nice result for Colby, and Goodland back deep. Last week the Eagles spent the entire opening quarter in Scott City's deep in their own territory. Every possession they had in that first quarter of the football game. This week, much better field position against the Cowboys. 2 receivers right for Goodland and to the left. 1 back in the backfield. Cure awaits the snap out of the pistol. Hands it off up the middle and nothing there. The Eagle defense swarming to the line of scrimmage to make the stop for maybe a yard on the play. Second and a long 9.
Nice job by the guys up front. Able to use their hands well and just playing right now living in the backfield of the Goodland Cowboys.
Cowboys will get set to go again. One receiver wide to the right side. Go with a double wing formation. One back. Behind Kier out of the pistol. Kier looking to throw on the slant to the left side. Intercepted by Shippers. Shippers pulls it in at the 30 to 20 and is brought down at about the 15-yard line, and that's where Colby will take over to start this possession. Good job on the play by Mason Murray, saving the touchdown for the Cowboys.
Great job by Jordan Shippers playing free safety for the Eagles. He's reading eyes of the quarterback. He sees number 2 receiver runs a dig route, and Kier looks at him the whole way, doesn't take his eyes off him, takes him right to him. And Jordan is able to slide up underneath the dig and go the other way with it.
So the Eagles will start now. This is their 4th possession of the game. On their own 15-yard line. Shippers out of the pistol. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff will go to Rosales on the right side, following Bowie through the hole, and Rosales will pound his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's a gain of about 7 on the play. Eagles will break the huddle again. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Shippers alone in the backfield. Gets the snap. Rolling to his left. Takes the throw. Picks around the corner himself inside the 5 and driven out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. And that will be very close to a first down here. We'll see on the spot.
That's a 4-yard gain. And good for Eagle.
Now they do move the chains here. So first and goal to go for Colby. Ball on the 4-yard line, leading 14-7 with 6:30 to go here in the opening quarter of play tonight. And Bowie in the backfield with Shippers. Rosales in motion from left to right. He'll get the pitch. Bowie lead blocks. Rosales off that block. Kicks it to the right side. It just doesn't... wasn't able to hit the hole in time. With Goodland did a good job defensively stretching that one out. And it'll bring up second and goal to go from the 5.
Leighton sure does a nice job. Playing outside linebacker for the Cowboys does a nice job coming downhill, throwing that play up in the backfield. Making Rosales changes angle and closing up.
The receiver's right, one of the last. Shippers gets the snap and take it himself, just a design quarterback keeper, waits for the hole to open, and Jordan dives his way inside the 5-yard line and down to about the 1. And it'll be 3rd down and goal to go from there.
Ball carried by Jordan Shipper.
Eagles get to the sideline. It's
3rd down and goal.
We'll wait the play from Coach Sims. Eagles had the 2 receivers to the left side. Kind of an offset eye formation in the backfield. Shippers gets the snap, turns, hands it off, and this one is in there. Touchdown. Calvin Stapp into the end zone. Takes it in from 1 yard out, and the Eagles score again here in this opening quarter with 5:11 to go.
Nice inside trap for Calvin Stapp. Eagles get in on the scoreboard again from a couple out, and Graham's here to get the extra point.
And we got a penalty flying as the kick is through the uprights, but we'll, I believe, have a procedure penalty against Colby. We will.
Colby.
So we'll have to kick it again here. So Bowie kicking this one now from the 15-yard line. That's where they'll spot the ball. So a 25-yard extra point attempt. Snap is good, kick is up, and it might have been blocked at the line of scrimmage, and that ball does not get there. Looked like it was tipped as it went through. So 20-7 the score. Colby on top now. 5:11 to play here in the opening quarter tonight. Eagles settling in here a little bit. Again, gave up those 2 kind of weird plays on that opening drive that for Goodland that resulted in their touchdown tonight. Turned the ball over once as well, but they really settled in and they're looking good here in this opening quarter with the 2-score lead now playing this up.
Review the order of the Blackpool Expedition. Thomas County side.
Again, a huge crowd
again, that's the Blackboard
on hand here for this game. Tons of people in their vehicles on both sides.
7-5.
Close to good crown from Goodland. This will be the final game of the season for the Cowboys. They did not make the top 4 in the district, so their season's over tonight. Scott City, the number 1 team, they are the district champions. It's already decided. Colby is the district runner-up. That's already decided. The bottom 2 spots, we know who's going, but we don't know who's going to be in what seed, and we're kind of looking at the same way on the other district. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit as the game progresses here tonight and kind of get you a look ahead. So what all that means is Colby will have a home game next week in Denton Field in the first round of the playoffs. Kicked on at about the 15-yard line by the Cowboys. They look to get to the outside and trying to find a hole is Chase Johnson, but not much there. He's back down at the 30, and the Cowboys will start this possession from there.
Chase Johnson on the return. Second team tackle made by Dane Wilson.
So again, that other district has Holcomb, Nickerson, Pratt, and Hugerton in there. And we're going to get the 4 seed in there. Right now it's Pratt, of course, undefeated at the top. As Cowboys to pass this time, incomplete on the left sideline. Good defense by the Eagles in coverage. On the right. Here tries to hit Rodriguez on the backside. 10-yard out. So it's a little low. Good coverage by the Eagles, though. Isaac is all playing corner on that side of the field. Shotgun formation again for the Cowboys. 2 receivers to each side. Here's the snap. Over to the right side is Kier looking down the field. Throws one deep, and it was just well overthrown. Calvin Snap actually, Bryson Metcalf, the closest player that way. Good coverage again by the Eagles. We're bring up 3rd and 10. And Slavin back on the field here for Colby. Goodland comes out. Double receivers, 2 receivers this side of the field. Johnson's playing number 2 on the near side of the field. He runs a wheel route, makes it look like a speed out, just turns it up. And Bryson Metcalf isn't fooled, and he stays with the wheel route when the post underneath him. 3rd down and 10 to go. 2 receivers to each side. Here's the snap. Care to pass again. Fires it over the middle, and it is tipped and knocked away. Good coverage again by the Eagles. Pass on the play intended for Mark Rodriguez. 4th and 10 to go. Goodland tries dropping out again out of double formation. They got a corner of the inside receiver, post out of the number 1 receiver. On the far side of the field, Rodriguez unable to hang on to it. Ball thrown a little wide of him. So it brings up 4th down and another punting situation for Goodland. Eagles await the kick here. Snap is high. They get to him. Kick is away. And it's kind of a line drive end over end kick that goes out of bounds near midfield. Let's see where they spotted, but not a good kick at all. Colby's going to have tremendous football or field position again to start this drive. Colby will break the handle here. Two backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. Shippers gets the snap, a quick pitch over on the left side. Nice blocking up front. The ball comes loose and picked up by Colby, and additional yardage on the play. The snap went down, the ball squirted out of there, and it was picked up by Rosales, who runs it to the 31-yard line. It's one of those, if you look at it on film, he may have been down when that ball came out, but the way it works out, Colby did drop with great field position.
It's a net gain of 16 yards. That's good. Illegal.
Colby waits for the play to come from the sideline. 1st and 10 to go for the Eagles. Eagles set. Gonzalez in motion from left to right. And not going to go up the middle. Hagen Bowie waits for the hole to open up. Finds it and gets through there, but the penalty flag has been thrown on the play. And we'll see what the flag is here. The gain of 4 if it stands, but thrown in the area of a hold, and that's what it is, holding against the Eagles. The Eagles have not been a very heavily penalized team on the season, but they've had some that have come at past times. Looking at that other district, Thomas, as we look at that one, Pratt 7-0, they're the district champions over there. That's been decided. Hugoton is now 3-4 overall on the season, but they're the number 2 seed as of right now. Nickerson is the number 3 seed, as we keep it here in the timeout. And then Holcomb, at 3-4, is the 4 seed going into the night tonight. District champion is decided. Hugoton is going to go to the playoffs, but how they end up will be interesting. Holcomb and Hugoton are actually playing each other tonight, and we have a 7-7 ball game, I believe, was the score. I had that one at the end of the first quarter. Scott City and Concordia are also tied at 7 at the end of the first quarter tonight. So the way it plays out, if it were to end tonight, it would be Nickerson coming to Colby. And if Holcomb ends up winning and Nickerson loses, then it could be Hugoton and Nickerson coming to Nickerson and Holcomb coming to. So we'll see how it all plays out tonight. Next Friday night, right here at Goodland Field. We'll keep an eye on those scores. We do have those coming into us tonight so we can figure out the formula. Colby has a 1st and 20. After the holding penalty, the Eagles will split backs and Shippers getting the snap. Hands it off, up the middle, Hagen Bowie on the carry. Hits the line of scrimmage, and Goodland with a good job of stopping it on the left side there. Bowie gets a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 18. Bowie on the carry. This might be an opportunity for the Eagles to clear the air here. Yeah, they're throwing the ball a little better in recent weeks. They did have the pick earlier tonight. Let's see what they do here. 2 receivers to each side. Shippers gets the snap. Hands it off behind his back on the play to, was that Metcalf? That was Stapp, yeah. On the left side. He lined up on the outside and then ran a little hard motion behind him, yeah. A little Statue of Liberty play. Not bad. Pulled out of the field. We're 2nd and 18. You get 3rd and manageable now. 3rd and 7. We'll see what the Eagles would like to go over. And hey, we're in 4-down territory here too. Right. Shippers awaits the snap. Rosales in motion from left to right. Jordan going to hand it off on a little counter play up the middle, and Calvin Stapp with a big hole down inside the 5-yard. Breaks the tackle, dives for the end zone. Touchdown! Calvin Stapp takes it in from 28 yards out. What a run by Stapp, and he finishes off diving for the end zone for his 2nd score of the game, 3rd score of the game. Nice hard piece of by Calvin Stapp. Comes on a little cross-butt play, lines up outside, comes underneath. And Shippers here the ball off. Calvin Stapp does a nice job. Good piece of hard running at the end of the over. Eagles will line up for the extra point. Kick is up. And that is good. So the score is 27-7. Colby on top. We still have 3:30 to go here in the first quarter of play tonight. And scoring coming quickly in this ball game. Goodland again scored on their first possession, but Colby, with the exception of the drive that ended with the interception on the 2nd drive of the game when they were deep. In fact, the interception was in Goodland territory. They've been able to score every time here tonight. And a couple of nice plays. 3rd and 7, and break it for 28. So the Eagles will get set to kick it away to Goodland once again. Cowboys scored in that opening possession. Thomas, you kind of talked about it. Some unfortunate plays for Colby. They had one where we missed the tackle. Goodland had a big game, but Shippers saved the touchdown on it. And then they had a pass that was tipped, and maybe you look like maybe they had a shot at an interception on it. It goes into the air, and Goodland comes up with the tipped ball and ends up down at about the 1-yard line, and they later scored on that possession. So outside of that, the Eagles' defense has been very good in this game. Ulysses on top of Abilene tonight. That one is 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. Eagle kickoff over on the left side, picked up by the Cowboys. They'll try to get it around the corner, and Colby down there to make the stop. We'll see where they stop this with forward progress, but it's going to be inside the 20. They'll mark it at the 16, and a tremendous job by Basco. Some of the other Eagles are there to make the stop. Basco and Metcalf, and I think Rosales finishes them off. A couple of big hits on that as well, too. Rosales going to get a break on the defensive side. He'll come over and catches there. I've been watching that tonight. Colby's been doing a lot of rotating, especially on the offensive and defensive lines tonight, giving kids breathers. One receiver to the left, split backs behind Kier, and the wing back to the left. Handoff going to go up the middle on the left side of the of center, and nothing there. The Eagles stopped that for a loss of a yard. Cowboys, they're running a lot of different formations instead, trying to get something by Colby, but the defensive front, it's putting the line of linebackers have been all over things here tonight. Which is what you want. Cowboys will get set again. 2 receivers to the right. 1 receiver to the left. 1 back in the backfield on motion across the formation. They'll go with a quick pitch out on the left side, and this is Johnson trying to get the corner, and he's not going to get there. Again, the Eagles blow that one up, and it's going to be, we'll call it no gain on the play. And we'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Goodland comes out in a couple of wings set again. The Eagles do a nice job out of it. Playing the edges really well. They don't get caught up in anything. Play extremely nice on that speed. Goodland does a couple different things with it. They'll split 1 guy out. They'll split 2 out. Not on the 2 receivers out, but Peyton Wallmeyer in. Bowie getting a break here on this play. Kier back to pass. He's being pressured. A little jump pass over the middle. They set up that middle screen. The catch is made. We'll see where they spot this one, but a nice play about Joseph Mann. He's got the first down, I believe. 3rd and 11, and he got 12 on the play. First down, Cowboys. Nice play. Yeah, good job. You used Colby's aggressive front line against them. That time, nobody retraces their steps, and the Eagles third, the Cowboys have an easy first down on the middle screen. The 3rd first down of the game for Goodland. Cowboys set again. Double wing set, 1 receiver right. Motion across the formation. This time they'll fake the hand up, looking to throw, and it was tipped and incomplete. Looks like Metcalf maybe got a hand on it, and it goes in and out of the hands of Juan Rodriguez, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10. Nice job by Calvin. He's playing underneath. Rodriguez comes in off of a drag route across the field. And he does a nice job. There's nobody underneath him. He keeps kind of skating backwards, and he's able to get a hand on the football and tip it away from Rodriguez. Peyton Wallmeyer comes out, and Hagen Bowie comes back in to left defensive end spot. Again, Colby doing a great job of rotating in there. Wallmeyer's doing a great job of taking advantage of his time, and we got right in the backfield that time. 3 receivers right, 1 left for Goodland. Kier going to roll to his right side, wants to throw, and gets it out in the flats. The catch is made, but an immediate stop by Colby. Pass brought in by Mason Murray. And again, the Eagles with nice defense by Basketball. Who's had a good night tonight. Good job by Basketball, driving on the speed out. They will bring him down for a short gain, bring up a 3rd and long at 3rd and 7. The Cowboys were able to convert on 3rd down on their last possession. Clock running here, about 1:02 to go in the opening quarter. Colby up 27-7. Goodland with a 3rd and 7 from their own 30-yard line. Kier with 3 receivers to the short side of the field, 1 receiver to the left. Gets the snap, looking to his right side, doesn't have it, now goes to the left, and the Eagle defender had fallen down. There's a penalty flag thrown on the play. It may be offensive pass interference. It may have been pushed down, but we'll see what it is. He also could have grabbed him too and then fell. We'll see what the yellow hanky is. It's in the secondary, so it happened on the catch and error. Coming here to discuss. Now, the foul could be offensive. Rodriguez had a deep out. Pass interference on the defense. That has been declined. And so Goodland will have the football on the Colby 44. Looks like they just got caught up in there, and the Eagle defender went down. 1st and 10 to go. Making a right turn and playing corner on the far side of the field for Rosales. Just gets his feet tangled with him, doesn't open his hips up on the break. 2 receivers right, 1 left, split backs. Kier gets the snap, takes the inside handoff, wants to throw, has a man open down the field and misses him. Colby had something wrong on the defense that time. Blake Sanderson was wide open through the middle of the field, and that pass just off the mark that time by Kier.
Sanderson's just the outside receiver. He's running the post route and comes up underneath. The Eagles don't communicate it well on the back end. He ends up wide open.
Fortunately, Kier unable to hit him. Correction, that Goodland score, or that Scott City scored 7-0. Scott City on top into the opening quarter. Second down and 10 to go. Cowboys with 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Just under 10 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Kier back to pass, rolling to his right side, being pressured, throws, and that is incomplete. One hopped into the intended receiver that time, and Mason Murray did a good job of covering it up and trying to get the catch, but the official on top of things there. That'll bring up third down and 10 to go. We'll do another play in before the end of the quarter with 4.6 seconds to go, and the clock stopped on the incompletion.
Murray just running an out route for his inside receiver spot. Kier just unable to hit him. Gets it a little too low.
Cowboys get the play in here. Third down, 10 to go. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Kier back into his receiver on the right side there, and Caleb Johnson. Goodland, with the play clock about to wind down, has to take that timeout with 4.6 seconds to go in that opening quarter. Not a time that you want to use one. Both teams have used a timeout here. But the Cowboys, I say you don't want to use one, it's early, but you're down 27-7. You got a third and 10. You got to get a player.
Yeah, you got to get it right too. Make sure you get able to get first down.
You sure don't want to have to take a 5-yard penalty and try it third and 15. 4.6 seconds to go. First quarter, 27-7. Colby on top. The Eagles got a 56-yard touchdown run by Staff, a 44-yard touchdown run by Bowie, a 1-yard touchdown run by Staff, and a 28-yard touchdown run by Staff. In the opening quarter of play here tonight, Cowboys got a score on a 1-yard touchdown run by Layden Kier. Third and 10 to go. Goodland out of the timeout. We'll head on to the field here. We'll line up with 3 receivers. Trips to the left side. 1 receiver right. Again, back to pass. Time to throw. Deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Good coverage. That time by the Eagles by Bryson Metcalf.
Great coverage by Metcalf.
The incompletion does bring us to the end of the quarter. It is 27-7. Colby on top of Goodland. Second quarter coming up after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Baldwin Mortuary in Colby, Atwood, and Oakley. Pre-arranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Baldwin Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead and make sure that your wishes are taken care of, from the type of service, monument, and casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Baldwin Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved one's memories are cherished. See our website at baldwinmortuary.com today for more information.
Picture this. You're on the beach for a beautiful sunset. All the vibrant red, orange, and yellow colors reflecting off the blue ocean water. Watch the waves wash in on the white sand beaches where kids bury their siblings up to their necks next to giant sand castles. As you picture this in your mind's eye, is it perfect, or do you have to squint because it's blurry? Make sure your actual eyes see as vibrant as your mind's eye. Get your vision examined today at Funk Optometry in downtown Colby, Atwood, and Hoxie. Funk Optometry. See it as you picture it.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. As we start the second quarter of play, Goodland has a 4th down and 10 to go. And Colby turns going to 45. 3 receivers to the right. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Shotgun formation. They'll take the inside handoff. They're going to run a free flicker, throwing it deep down the field, but very high and short. Players trying to make a play on the ball, and the catch is made for a first down by the Cowboys. It was a terrible throw, but the defenders for Colby with their back to the play were unable to see that, and coming back to the ball was Henry Cole to make the reception. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10, Cowboys.
A reverse pass by the Cowboys, and they got two receivers running down the field in vertical routes. He's able to hit the outside guy, and I think just hangs up there. Bryson Metcalf just isn't able to turn around and get his eyes on the ball quick enough to bat it down.
Yeah, it really was a terrible throw.
Yeah.
But a good job by the receiver coming back on. All that matters, the catch is made, and Goodland has a first down and 10 to go at the Colby 12. Big fourth down play. Here's a throw to the left side. This one nearly intercepted by... Oh, they're going to throw a flag on that one. And that is not a good call. He's making a play on the ball.
That's a friggin' great drive on that on a hitch route. Rodriguez playing outside receiver. Sends a hitch route. He just does a great job coming in on it.
That's exactly how you coach it.
Yeah, inside hand out. Didn't reach through it. I don't know what they wanted. But
he got a hand on the ball as well. And they're waving the flag off, and that's a good decision by the officials on that one. And that's one thing I'll say this year they do it. They've been doing a lot more conferring on calls than we've seen in the past. And they're making sure they get it right. 11:28. 11:28 to play in the second quarter. Goodland with a second and 10 to go from the Colby 12. 27-7 the score.
Second down, it's there.
Cowboys with two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Again, out of the shotgun, they'll fake the handoff, and under pressure, Scary's brought down. Sacked on the play. Layton Shear with nowhere to go. Good job by the Eagles' defensive front. Getting back and getting on it.
Great job by the Eagles up front, able to get some pressure on the quarterback, come in with it, and drag him down for a loss.
Aaron Kerr on the play. In there is, I think, Wallmeyer as well. Third down for Goodland. With a loss on the play, it's clear back at about the 16-yard line. So, again, they got to get to the 12, so third and 4, or to the 2, third and 14. 10:48 to play, second quarter, 27-7. Colby on time. Goodland taking a long time in the auto here. They're going to have to take another timeout. In fact, they're going to. Timeout. Try to get the right play in there again. Big drive for Goodland here. In the third and 14 in the Colby red zone. They're trying to punch one in, so they're trying to make sure they get it right. That is the second timeout for the Cowboys. So they have one remaining. Colby still with 2 left. And a lot of time here in the second quarter with 10:33 to go. So again, the Eagles, we look at things with Beloit leading Russell 21-7. At the end of the first quarter tonight. Again, Scott City over Concordia 7-0. That at the end of the first quarter tonight. Not seen any of the scores yet from some of those other district games that we're wanting to see tonight. Try to get an update on that Hugoton-Holcomb game. That's going to decide a lot as to what happens here and who we have next week. Tough part about that is the way it's cross-bracketed with the District 7, District 8. Somebody's going to run into Pratt, the number one team in the state, to get through here. Cowboys back to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 14. 2 receivers, and they are stacked up on the left side, and 2 receivers stacked up on the right side. One back in the backfield with Cure. Gets the snap, looking to his right side, now looks to his left. Crossing pattern, knocked away. Good job again, Staff, and again, getting the hand on the football before the contact made to knock it away.
A good communication between Staff and Rizal, switching guys on the crossing route. Calvin's able to play downhill and put a hand in on the football and knock it away.
Goodland going to bring a kicking team on the field here and try for a field goal. And let's see, they're going to spot this down at about the 23-yard line, so this will be a 33-yard field goal attempt. Snap is there. Colby gets through and nearly blocks it, but the kick is away, and it is good.
The kick is good.
That's a good kick. It is a kicker. That's where you just boot that 35?
Close to 33, yeah. Norbert Cannell. Had plenty of leg on it, too. Not often at this level of high school football, anyway, the 3A level, do you see capable kickers. You'll see some of them in 5 and 6A schools that'll, soccer players that were, but yeah, it's a weapon to have if you can get one. Then the points on the board, 27-10 the score now. Colby on top. That score coming with 10:29 to go here in the second quarter.
Always have the possibility of a foreign exchange student.
Yep.
We had one a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. We had one like my senior year. Shinya Uki was his name. He was from Japan. Good soccer style kicker. You do get that occasionally. Yeah, good kick by Cannell. And he'll get set to kick it away here for the Cowboys. Does another one of those little sky kicks. Colby will make the catch on the 25-yard line. And the Eagles will make a nice return out across the 40 and down to the up to 44, and that was Rosales. That one. There's a Cowboy player injured on the play back at about the 35-yard line.
Dalton did a nice job. That back kick comes down. He just real patient with it, and it was able to get a middle return, bringing it out almost to the 45-yard line.
Joseph Mann was the injured Cowboy on the play. He's able to leave the field. He'll jog over to the sideline in his own power. Colby will start the drive after the Rosales kick return out at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. The Eagles looking for the play on the sideline. 10:18 to go. Second quarter, 27-10. Colby on top. Colby will go double tights here. Full backfield. Staff in motion to the left. They'll fake the pitch. Shippers takes it himself up the middle, and Jordan pounds his way across midfield to the 49-yard line of the Cowboys, and that's a nice 7-yard gain here on first down.
That's such a weapon to have. I mean, the Eagles trying to attack the edges, and then that fake pitch, and Jordan just, the quarterback keeping up the middle. That's a tough play to stop when you get everybody trying to shift to the outside, and he just brings it back.
Here's a snap inside handoff this time by the Eagles, and a nice piece of running again by Bowie. And Bowie's got a first down all the way down to the 41-yard line of the Cowboys. So he had about 8 yards on the play. First and 10 for Colby from there.
And good for Eagles.
Bowie does another nice piece of hard running. Runs about like a Matthew Peters from a few years ago. Yeah. I mean, just keeps like third all the time.
Offset I formation, handoff goes to Stapp behind the blocker Bowie. Stapp kicks it to the outside, and Calvo around the corner up the field, gain of about 15 yards on the plays. They'll spot him at the 36-yard line, and another first down for Colby.
35 Calvin.
It was a good block by Bowie up the middle, but Calvin saw the outside open and kicked into that instead of cutting it up. Good position.
Yeah, I can't argue with the first down. Good position by Calvin, and a nice job to bounce that out.
He has the speed to get around that.
Yeah, he does. And then some.
2 receivers right for Colby. Bowie at the wing spot to the left. He'll go in motion from left to right. One back behind Shippers. Jordan's going to hand it off to him. This is Rosales on the carry. Rosales breaks some tackles, kicks it to the right side, and dives to the 4-yard line before being drugged down. They're going to spot him on the 5, but another Eagle first down. That was a gain of 20 on the play for Rosales.
A nice stock block out in the open field by Metcalf. Nice job on the corner. Result able to string that stretch play out.
But he runs very vertical.
Yeah.
That's one thing he's got to work on, is getting down a little bit when he runs. But once he gets in the open field, he's also another guy with a lot of speed for Colby. Gonzalez, by the way, will be split to the left side this time. Bowie to the left is Shippers in the backfield. Staff in motion from right to left, and that's where the ball's going to go. Calvin waits for the hole to open up. Now kicks it to the outside. Now cuts it back up the middle. Spins his way forward and dives toward the end zone. Didn't get it, but he is darn close as he's just shy of the end zone. I tell you what, that was a hard piece of running by Calvin Stapp and a very patient piece of running to pick up 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looked at the beginning like he was a little too patient, but, Bowie kind of stops in the hole looking for somebody to pick up, and Calvin kind of bounces it, but nonetheless, he gets down to inside the 1.
Shippers awaits the snap. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff's going to go up the middle. A dive. Touchdown, Colby. The Eagles get it into the end zone once again on the carry. And Calvin Stapp in there again. Stapp has been in the end zone. 2, 3. That's a 4th touchdown of the night for Calvin Stapp. And the Eagles again will set up for the extra point. And this one, not a good kick. I think it hits the lineman up in front of him. So it is no good. And the score 33-10. Colby on top with 8:04 to go. Here in the second quarter of play. Back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
Wow. A typical reaction from homeowners who just walked into a kitchen at Northwest Kansas Decorating Center. We call it the Wow Factor. Wow. And the reaction of others when they see their cabinet, countertop, and backsplash work. Northwest Kansas Decorating Center can take your bland kitchen and make it grand. With the finest cabinets, countertops, and flooring designed and installed by their professional team. Go to nwksdecoratingcenter.com and get ready to be wowed.
Northwest Kansas Decorating Center, West 4th Street in Colby.
Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas is the place to explore flavor. Whether it's classic flavor like pepperoni, meat lovers, or super supreme, or something less traditional like the cherry pepper bombshell, the cockadoodle bacon, or nearly a dozen flavors of Wing Street wings. Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas has your flavor tonight. Stop by for the amazing lunch buffet, dine in anytime, or call 462-8206 for delivery. Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas. That's the flavor of now. Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Go back with it again.
And the special teams tackle for the Eagles. Hunter Griffin.
Goodland will get the play here. Try to get the offense going. It's Colby Goodland game. We've seen the kitchen sink from the Cowboys here tonight. We've been able to put together a couple of nice plays here. Capped off the last drive with a 33-yard field goal. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Carey with the read option play keeps it himself and then passes it out on the outside, and that's a nice pass. Catch is pulled in that time by Chase Johnson, and he's going to get it out to the 40-yard line before Shippers brings him down again. 7 on the play.
One of those RPOs that Taylor made pretty famous with a sub-screen out too. And almost a heck of a play made by Aiden Baskell, just isn't able to get off the block quick enough, and the receivers are pushing him inside just enough that Cowboys are able to get a positive gain out of the play.
So 2nd and 3 to go now. 2 receivers to each side. They'll stack them up. 1 back in the backfield. They'll fake the inside pass or handoff and look deep down the field, and they got a man, and it's incomplete again off the fingertips of the Goodland defender. And again, Colby tried to make a play on the ball, but it about backfired, got over him, and then almost intercepted.
They just running vertical. They're just running the outside seam with number 2 receiver in the Colby. That time just allowed him to get behind him. Cheers passed it a little too much with the intended target.
So 3rd down now for the Cowboys, and a big play here for the Eagles. They'd like to get a stop and get the football back again. Try to add to this 23-point lead. Cowboys will get the play in from the sideline. Cole, who's put out wide to the right side. along with two other receivers, and they'll kind of stack up all three of them now, one receiver to the left. They'll fake the inside handoff. There's a quarterback keeper, and Tier gets nowhere. Maybe the line of scrimmage, but it looks like he's a little short. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3 now in Colby territory, and that's decision time here for the Cowboys.
That gets back there so quick. The Cowboys aren't able to get the kick out block. They close the play out. You touch the frame and finish the ball.
4th down and 3 to go. Again, at the Colby 40, and the Cowboys, trailing by 23, are going to go for it here in their own territory. One receiver wide to the right, double wing formation, one back in the backfield, the other shotgun behind Cure. Colby showing blitz here. Penalty flag has flown before the snap. And they had movement, I believe, on the Cowboys. And this will make Coach Topliff pull his hair out a little bit here, if that's what it is. He showed a legal procedure on the initial indication, and now the official's discussing things here. And they're waving it off. Flag is being waved off. Second time tonight we've seen them wave it off, a penalty. And we'll get set again. So Goodland will stay in that same set, one receiver to the right, double wing formation, one back behind. Here gets the snap, wants to throw on the right side, and it is incomplete. Had a man there, good coverage by the Eagles. And that one goes out of bounds. So the 4th down play is unsuccessful. The Eagles will take over on downs and start this drive to get to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 to go from there. With 18 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play, it's 33-10. The Eagles are on top. Cowboys set up defensively. Goodland awaits the snap. Colby gets it. Here's Shippers throwing, completing on the left side, and a nice little move right near the sideline that time by Mason Wright to make the first defender miss and to turn a 9-yard gain into about a 13-yard gain and an Eagle first down.
And nice job on the 10-yard out by Mason Wright. He'll pick up a big first down for the Eagles. Move the ball.
Colby's set to go again. Wright is split out wide to the right side this time. Metcalf out there with him. Colby gets the snap. Shippers rolling to his right side. Looking and throwing, and Rosales was open and just didn't see the ball in time. Not able to make the play on it. 2nd and 10 to go on the incompletion.
Isaac just ran a swing route out of the backfield. And the angle on it just didn't able to get his head turned around quick enough as Jordan sends it his way. Also this side he had double post routes coming from Stapp, the inside receiver, Metcalf, the outside receiver.
Same formation here with Snap and Metcalf wide to the right side. Bowie in motion from left to right, one back behind Shippers. They'll fake the handoff. Jordan rolling to his right, throws, and this is caught. And a good defensive play. A penalty play. No, not a flag, sorry. Good player had yellow shoes. I thought a flag came in there, but just the shoes. Yeah. Catch made by Bowie for a gain of about 2 on the play. That should be illegal.
It messes with their eyes a little bit.
Yeah, it's 3rd down and 8. Last week we had the pink flags in Snap City, so there's no confusing it there. Staff in motion from left to right. Shippers on an inside handoff on a little counter play, and this is a nice piece of running by Rosales, who dives inside the 20 and down to about the 18-yard line, but it's going to be short of the first down, and it'll bring up a 4th and 2 for the Eagles here, and definitely 4-down territory for Colby. Well, a lot more of these misdirection plays here tonight than we've seen this season. Yeah, we've been successful.
They have the ability to do that. The front line, all 5 guys can get out and pull and get out in front.
Eagles set here, double tight end set. Shippers going to follow Bowie. Shippers follows him into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers takes it in from 18 yards out of the Eagles strike again with 4:50 to go here in the second quarter.
There's a nice little quarterback follow play by Shippers, taking him off the Bowie and letting him lead block and letting him in the end zone for 6.
First touchdown of the night for Shippers. Colby will line up, I think, go for the 2-point conversion here. Eagles set. We got motion from left to right. Shippers turns, takes the handoff, looks, throws, has a man caught in the corner of the end zone by Calvin Stapp. 2-point conversion attempt is good. It's 41-10 now. Colby on top of the Goodland Cowboys. So we get the 18-yard touchdown run by Shippers. And then he completes the pass to Stapp here, and the Eagles have a 31-point lead with 4:50 to go here in the second quarter of play tonight. Absolute beautiful night for high school football. I mean, it could not get nicer than it is here this evening. Right. Senior night tonight, too. Won't talk much about that, but that'll take place immediately following the football game tonight. We'll recognize all the seniors from all the activities that are going on at this point in time of the year. And this a bittersweet night a little bit always, you know, because you want to recognize these seniors for the hard work and that they put in. And this group has really been exceptional, not only with their productivity, but just on and off the field. They've been great. But always tough, too, because, you know, it's coming to an end. Fortunately, it's not. We've got at least one more week of football left, hopefully a few more. But, yeah, so but a good group of seniors here, 10 seniors on this team this year, which is great to see those numbers as well. Colby getting set to kick it away here after scoring again. It's 41-10. The Eagles on top. 4:50 to go here in the first half. Hagen Bowie with a little pooch kick that bounces and rolls, and it's loose, and Goodland trying to dive on it, and they do at the 31-yard line. Well, that came loose again kind of late. But the Cowboys were able to get on. A good job by Jackson Days to get on the football and save it from being turned over to Colby. Eagles would love to have gotten that one. 4:46 to play in the second quarter. 41-10. Colby on top. Eagle fans, they want their defense. Cowboys huddle up, two receivers to the right side. Stack up two receivers to the left side as well. One back in the backfield. Blitz coming from Colby. Goodland has nowhere to go. The sack, we're back inside the 20-yard line, and that was a tremendous job. They brought the heat up the middle. Goodland actually kind of picked that up initially, but that allowed the outside to get there and take care of business.
That doubles formation, trying to roll Cure out to the right side. The plays are slow developing. You've got a wheel route from your inside receiver, and you got a post coming over top of it by the outside guy. And just slow developing, and by that time the Eagles defensive front line they will get to him for a huge loss.
Yeah, 12 yards on the play. Second and 22 to go now for the Cowboys. Ball on the 19-yard line. They're on 19. Cowboys will go with three receivers to the right this time. Clear out of the shotgun. And we'll have a back in motion from left to right, and they have a whistle and another timeout or delay a game on Goodland. That's going to cost them another 5. You know, they've been really slow getting the plays in tonight. We've seen a couple of timeouts to avoid this. This time they don't get the timeout. They get the penalty instead. 5-yard penalty. Second and 27. Three receivers right, one to the left. Here's the snap. He's rolling and in trouble, throws back across his body and catches. Made ball is loose, picked back up by Goodland, and the Cowboys end up with a decent gain on it. It was caught initially, and then the hit came in by Colby and knocked it away from Mason Murray, and that one hits the ground. It's picked up and returned for a few more yards out to the 21-yard line, but still a short gain on the play. It's going to bring up third down now in about 20. They only get 2 out of that. Well set up play by the Cowboys, but extremely well defended by the Eagles. Stayed home. We saw that for a big gain earlier tonight. Three receivers to the left for Goodland, one receiver way out there alone on the right. That's where they've been going. Eagles showing blitz. They bring it up the middle. Goodland going to their right side, and this one's knocked away again by Colby. Good defense by the Eagles, and they just bat that ball down when it gets there.
Good job by Bryce and Metcalf staying with him. He's on a single receiver side, blocked up man to man. And they're throwing a fade route at him. He's able to slaughter away.
4th down and 20, and Goodland will have to punt here. Ball on their own 22-yard line. They really spread the field with their punt formation. They got three guys kind of back there to protect the punter. But Colby's been after it a couple times tonight, got close. And again, they get close, put the punt away. This is a better kick. It's going to bounce and go across midfield and then kind of stop. The Eagles will have it at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 from there with 2:52 to go here in the second quarter to 9, and Colby up 41-10.
That one was a little too close for comfort on the far side of the field with Metcalf still blocking. Apparently we didn't get a poison call from him. You can see Stapp talking to him after the play about it.
Yeah, get away. Gonzalez line to the right side. Stapp also to the right side. One back in the backfield with Shippers, two receivers to the left side. Snap and a quick pitch goes on the right side. And this is Gonzalez waits for the corner to open up, gets there, and then he's knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. That's a nice gain on the play of about 7, give him 8 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Stops the clock at 2:45 to go in the half. 2nd down and 2. Cowboys will get set again here. Defensively, Colby. 2 receivers to the left side. 1 receiver to the right. And a double wing set motion is Rosales across the field. They'll hand it off to Stapp. Stapp up the middle. Gets forward for about 3 yards. And that's enough for the first down.
Misdirection again. Crossbuck coming to Calvin Stapp. Looks like this needs the backfield set or got 2 wings set out there. Pretty good. Gonzalez and arc motion in the backfield.
Eagles set again. Mason Wright, May to the left side. 2 receivers to the right side. Shippers. It's the snap. Hands it off. This is Bowie. Bowie pounding his way up the middle and diving for a first down. Inside the 30 and down to the 29. They'll stop the clock to set the chains. Eagles will get set again. Pace of Colby's been a little faster in the game tonight than what we've seen in other weeks. They're trying to work on that a little bit. It's been nice to watch. They're closing really quick.
It has. They've been well getting to the line of scrimmage, excuse me, but the coach has also done a nice job getting plays to hold in quickly.
Eagles set again, Shippers. The long snap count gets it. Wants to throw, looks right side, wants Rosales, and it is underthrown a little bit and tipped and out of bounds by Goodland. Stops the clock with 1:57 to go. Not a bad play call. Colby needs to work a little on the passing game, headed into the postseason. Taking some opportunities here tonight.
And that's one Phil, I'm sure they're going to talk about. Put that thing in the end zone and let Rosales, a kid, 6'1", 6'2", in size, let him go up for a jump ball.
JT Czar split out wide to the right side this time for Colby. Eagles get the snap. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Calvin Stapp making tackle. Stapp to the left side at the 10-yard line, and now he'll be driven out of bounds. And that'll be inside the 15. Another first down for Colby. 13-yard gain. First and 10 for Colby. 1:50 to go now in the second quarter, and Colby driving again. We're going to try to punch another one in. Eagles with 2 receivers on that left side. And that's going to go up the middle. This is Rosales on the carry. Breaking tackles. Loose. Touchdown. Isaac Rosales takes it into the end zone. Rosales for 15 yards out. 1:45 to go here in the second quarter. $15-yard run. What in the world? Fans are excited here. We got popcorn in the booth. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Randy Shippers, making sure we're fed. Right. It's part of the celebration here. Nutrition. Yeah. Here's the snap. Shippers with a quick pitch on the left side. Snap around the corner into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 49-10. The Eagles are now on top. 1:45 to play here in the first half. Eagles continuing to get it down here this evening. Colby getting touchdowns from Calvin Staff, Hagen Bowie, Jordan Shippers, and Isaac Rosales already in the game tonight. And Staff has a few of them. So the Eagles will huddle up and get set to kick it again. 39-point lead here with 1:45 to go in the second quarter. Kelly would love to get one of those missed conversions back early in the game, because this would have been a continuous clock into the second half if they were able to get just one more point. Of course, the half's not over yet. So a minute 45 to go. Colby has a couple of timeouts. Good thing with a one timeout left. But I imagine the Cowboys here might take a shot or two, but they're going to be content to get in the locker and make some adjustments now and not want Colby to have any shot to get the ball back. Here comes the kick from the Eagles. Getting the pooch kick, and this one gets on the ground at the 25. Bobbled by Goodland, and they finally pick it up here. And looking for some running room and a nice step arm. That was a great step arm there by Peyton Leader to get some extra yardage. Gets it out to the 25. We'll start first and 10 from there.
And this is it. They find early lead.
So, Colby defense back out onto the field with a minute 37 to go in the half. Goodland. And get the play in here to Leighton Keir. Keir was sacked for a big loss on that last possession. Colby's really been picking up their blitzing up the middle. Been more aggressive here in the second quarter. And Keir gets the snap. He's going to keep handing off on the left side, I should say, a little option play, read option, and he hands it off. And gave about 4 on the corner that time by Mason Murray. So bring us second down and 6 to go. Murray does a nice job getting the edge, getting what he can. The Eagles aren't able to stretch that one quick enough, but don't give up a big game. Clock running 1:06 to go, giving the two receivers to the left side, one to the right side. Keir out of the shotgun with split backs behind him. Gets the snap, hands it off, and keeps it himself, and dives forward, takes a big hit, but he gets forward. And close to the 40-yard line, 45. 45, I should say. Brings up third down at about 2. Minute 4. Goodland going to take their time here and only have to run one more play, look at the passer, and then completion and out of bounds, something like that. 2 receivers left, 1 right. There's the snap. Handoff goes on the left side. Nothing. The ball comes loose, and Colby falls on it, but he was down prior to that. 9 seconds to go, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. It is 49-10. Colby on top of Goodland after one half of football. We'll take a break, come back, and get things started with our halftime show. After this word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
You have a name, so the next time you travel to that big city Mega Monster sporting goods store, ask them if they know your name.
Well, give me a minute.
Ask them if they know Northwest Kansas and the tri-state area.
Northwest where? Is that by Wisconsin or something? You know what, I'm only part-time here anyway.
Now visit the Sports Shop in Colby.
Good morning, Sally. Looks like a promising year for the Eagles.
The Sports Shop offers the same great variety and selection as the Mega Super Duper sporting goods stores, but they're small enough to remember your name, your school mascot, solve problems, and answer questions. The Sports Shop in Colby.
Losing a loved one can be the most difficult experience you ever go through. But at Kirstenbrock Funeral Chapel, we are ready to ease your burden during your time of grief. We serve all of Northwest Kansas and offer reliable and professional services, including funerals, monuments, and memorial products. Contact Kirsten Brock Funeral Chapel at 785-462-7979 and let us help you through your loss. That's 785-462-7979 or online at KirstenBrockFuneralChapel.com. ServiceMaster in Colby, Kansas wants you to know that your carpet is like a huge air filter, trapping dust mites, pollen, bacteria, and every time you walk across your carpet, you stir those things up in the air, and you and your family are breathing all that in. It can irritate your lungs, complicate asthma, even make you sick. But for more than 50 years, ServiceMaster Clean has been serving both residential and commercial customers. The pros at ServiceMaster will do whatever it takes to make sure you and your family live in a happy, healthy, clean home. Call ServiceMaster at 785-462-3423 to get started today. Your family...
Well, fall is here, and so are the fall fashions at Plum Creek Limited, with more arriving daily. Just like fall, bright and crisp colors are found for ladies from fancy to casual, a good group of Missy sizes, and for the guys, sports jackets, dress shirts and pants, casual shirts like polos and sweaters, and check out the sale rack. Plum Creek is plumb full of name brand jeans, too, a lot of jeans. Remember, they rent tuxedos at Plum Creek Limited, 475 North Franklin, downtown Colby.
Now back to more of the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio. 100.3 The Ride, the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. Brought to you by the good folks at Cornerstone Ag. Eric Sperber and the crew there for all of your grain storage, marketing, and handling needs. They'll get you taken care of at Cornerstone Ag. They'll even do some delivery during non-peak times to help you out as well. Cornerstone Ag. We'll bring you our halftime show tonight here on 100.3 The Ride. The Colby Eagles were down in the first half here. They lead Goodland 49-10. At the end of the first half of play, let's run through scoring in the ball game. We'll start with the Colby Eagles, who got on the board first, their opening possession of the game. In fact, it was the first play from scrimmage tonight. It goes for a 56-yard touchdown run by Calvin Stapp. It's on the left side. Lots of running room, breaking to the corner. This is Stapp. Stapp is loose at the 40, the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. One play, one score. The Eagles on the board first here with 11:40 to go. And the opening quarter of play on a 56-yard touchdown run by Calvin Stapp. Extra point was good, score 7-0. Goodland answered back, though, with 9:42 to go in the opening quarter of play on a 1-yard touchdown run by Leighton Kier. One back in the backfield, double tight end set, hand off in the backfield, and powering forward, touchdown Cowboys. On the carry is Tate Leader. Takes it in from 1 yard out, and Goodland answers the Colby score here. The extra point was good. We were tied 7-all. Colby then answered back with 7:49 to go in the first quarter on a 44-yard touchdown run by Hagen Bowie. Bowie to the right side. Bowie breaking tackles. Bowie loose down the sideline at the 20, the 10. Touchdown Colby. Hagen Bowie takes it in. A 44-yard Eagle touchdown run. Extra point good. 14-7 the score. Eagles were not done in the opening quarter. In fact, they're going to score two more times. The first coming with 5:11 to go in the first on a 1-yard touchdown run by Calvin Stapp. And touchdown. Calvin Stapp into the end zone. Takes it in from 1 yard out, and the Eagles score again here in this opening quarter with 5:11 to go. The extra point was not good. The score 20-7 at that point. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Colby scores again. 28-yard touchdown run by Calvin Stapp. Motion from left to right. Jordan going to hand it off on a little counter play up the middle, and Calvin Stapp with a big hole down inside the 5-yard. Breaks the tackle, dives for the end zone. Touchdown! Calvin Stapp takes it in from 28 yards out. What a run by Stapp, and he finishes off diving for the end zone for his second score of the game. Extra point was good. 27-7 the score at the end of the opening quarter. Goodland does score with 10:29 to go in the second quarter on a 33-yard field goal, that is, by Norbert Cannell. That was good, again for 33 yards, 27-10 the score at that point. The Eagles then right back at it with 8:04 to go in the second quarter. It was a 1-yard touchdown run by Calvin Stapp. Touchdown, Colby. The Eagles get it into the end zone once again on the carry, and Calvin Stapp in there again. Stapp has been in the end zone. That's a fourth touchdown of the night for Calvin Stapp. The extra point was a 2-point conversion. The extra point was good. 33-10, the score at that point in time. And with 4:50 to go in the second quarter, the Eagles get an 18-yard touchdown run by Jordan Shippers. Almost into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers takes it in from 18 yards out, and the Eagles strike again with 4:50 to go here in the second quarter. The extra point was a 2-point conversion. It was good, 41-10 the score. And the Eagles scored their final touchdown of the half with 1:45 to go in the second quarter on a 15-yard touchdown run by Isaac Rosales. Tackles loose, touchdown. Isaac Rosales takes it into the end zone. Rosales took 15 yards out. With a minute 45 to go here in the second quarter. 2-point conversion, good, and that brought us to our halftime score, 49-10. Colby on top by 39 at the half. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Cornerstone Ag halftime show after this word from our sponsors on 100.3 The Ride.
Unlock the full potential of your outdoor space with a Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series tractor, residential zero-turn mower, or Pro Z professional zero-turn mower. Every Cub Cadet machine is engineered with you in mind to deliver incredible strength, durability, and comfort with more performance from best-in-class features to help you accomplish more than ever before. So you can spend less time worrying about your yard and more time enjoying it. Test drive American Built Strength today at Colby Ag Center in Colby, Kansas, your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer for expert advice, superior service, and exceptional offers.
Hello, this is J.L. Evans with Western State Bank in Colby, located at our new Home on the Range 1750 South Range. We offer many convenient banking products and services here at Western State Bank. In fact, are you looking at purchasing a new home, refinancing for a better rate, or looking at a cash-out refinance to make some home improvements? If so, please call or come in and visit with one of our home loan experts at any of our convenient locations throughout Western Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Tom Harrison, Homeland Realty and Auction. If you are looking for a home, check out our listings. We offer commercial property, residential listings, and of course land. Now, if you're looking to sell, there's never been a better time. Our properties are advertised on the web, homelandre.com, newspapers, and on Facebook. Stop by and see us at our offices in Goodland at 1112 Main and in Colby at 1055 South Range. Let us go to work for you. Homeland Realty and Auction.
Taco John's presents Olay the Day Pep Talks.
Boys, this halftime score is not indicative of our talent level. We're a lot closer than I thought we'd be, and old Coach has just the thing to get us over the hump. Street tacos from Taco John's. You can get them with chicken, or new sirloin steak, or pork carnitas. That's a triple option of awesomeness. Let's go get some.
Get 3 street tacos for just $5 at Taco John's.
Hustle up, boys. If we leave now, we can be back for the fourth quarter.
Olay the Day at Taco John's.
Taco John's in Colby.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back, Chad Jones alongside Thomas Whelan. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag halftime show on 100.3 The Ride, and a good first half of football for the Colby Eagles, taking care of business on the offensive end of things tonight here. A few things to show up, I think, on the defensive side, especially in the coverage tonight. We've kind of been aggressive, and Goodland's had a couple of opportunities where they've gotten behind us and just weren't able to convert. Yeah, struggle with third and trying to play man on the back end, struggle with third and end, they're switching up, and allow them to get beat over the top. Especially, you need that spot too, and get back on the right team where you got to put that help, so you can be fair twice. But like I said, up front, they're doing an excellent job playing their back in master and run or pass. They've been secure space all night. But that game's got to sure some things up. Then a couple times there's a little miscommunication on who was taking fields from routes. I mean, we've got some we've had a bunch of 3 receivers up or stack them 3 times. Some weird looks that you got to yeah, it's been kind of weird when they've done that too. They will stack them up to the short side of the field, and then set that other guy very wide on the wide side of the field to put a big gap in there, which makes the coverage a little tougher. I mean, you got a man up bit on that move. Colby, for the most part, done a pretty good job. In fact, because it don't sound critical, they did hit the secondary. And actually, had some really good plays in the game tonight. Around 2 or 3 balls that have been batted away. We had one that they initially called pass interference on. They laid the flag off, which we both agree with, in our opinion, is the correct call because again, he got a hand on the football and then the contact made while he was making a play of the ball as well. But I thought it was an exceptional job in some of those areas for the defensive backs as well. But all in all, it's hard to try to find something you need to work on here in the second half. They played very good football.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from the secondary, just getting nitpicky for us to absolutely talk about that.
Exactly right. It was either that or the popcorn. And we didn't have enough popcorn thrown at us to really make a true assumption on a true decision on whether it was good or not. Right. So maybe talk to the fans in front of us that got excited and threw it last time. See a couple more scores in the second half and they get more. 49-10, Colby on top at the half. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. The Eagles on the radio at 100.3 the right back with more football in just a minute.
Don't just insure your stuff, strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darwin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster. Just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
Cornerstone Ag is committed to the Northwest Kansas community because they're proud to be a part of it. At Cornerstone Ag, the staff works hard to be your local answer to all of your grain storage and handling needs, as well as a great local marketing resource. Their service is fast and friendly, with questions being answered on-site by their professionals. During non-peak times, they can even assist you with pickup and delivery services. Cornerstone Ag, where local customer service is not just a priority, it's the only way they'll do business.
Are you ready for a new phone? How about 4 new iPhones? Switch to NextTech Wireless and get unlimited data for less than $40 per line. You'll save money every month. Plus, our network is awesome. We also have more than 50 store locations to serve you with the best customer care. Get 4 iPhones with unlimited data for less than $40 per month per line at NextTech Wireless. Certain restrictions apply. Phone guard required and not included in price.
Wow. A typical reaction from homeowners who just walked into a kitchen by Northwest Kansas Decorating Center. We call it the Wow Factor. Wow. And the reaction of others when they see their cabinet, countertop, and backsplash work. Northwest Kansas Decorating Center can take your bland kitchen and make it grand with the finest cabinets, countertops, and flooring designed and installed by their professional team. Go to nwksdecoratingcenter.com and get ready to be wowed.
Northwest Kansas Decorating Center, West 4th Street in Colby.
With
more of the Cornerstone Ag halftime show, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Welcome back, Chad Jones alongside Thomas Whelan. At the half, 49-10, the Eagles on top of the Goodland Cowboys tonight here at Denham Field in Colby, Kansas. Again, the Eagles will be back at home next week for the first round of the playoffs. We don't know who's coming here yet, but we'll be here.
And that's a big part of it. First game, first round.
Just take care of business. We'll be down to a couple of different teams, and we'll get some scores later on tonight. Try to narrow that down here before the broadcast gets concluded. It may be difficult tonight because we have continuous clock here in the second half. We'll see how it plays out. 49-10, Colby on top at the end of the first half of play. This has been the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. Kickoff of the second half is next. You're listening to the Eagles on radio, Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Did you know that your body contains over 40 billion working parts and the nervous system acts as a communication speedway? Sometimes there's no warning when a problem is ahead, and a chiropractor can help determine if there's any interference in this great nerve network. In most cases, chiropractic care can eliminate the cause of your pain. Call Northwest Kansas Chiropractic at 460-0332. That's 460-0332. Or visit us online at nwkchiro.com. I'm Dr. Griggs, inviting you to stop by and see us and start feeling better today.
Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
This month, Colby Dodge is celebrating Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days. What does this mean to you? Discounts up to $4,000 on select new Jeeps and discounts up to $10,000 on select Ram trucks. We have the sale prices posted, so drive by and check them out today. Many programs are in effect this month at Colby Dodge. Stop in and check with a salesperson to see if you qualify for additional discounts. Check us out online at colbydodge.com or in person at exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back, Chad Jones alongside Thomas Wheelan. Ready for half number 2. The Eagles and the Cowboys back out onto the field. Going through their warm-ups. Colby will be kicking off to Goodland to start the second half. Goodland won that opening coin toss and deferred to the second half when Colby got the ball and got on the board in a hurry tonight. First play from scrimmage, a 56-yard touchdown run by Calvin Stott. And kind of set the tone here again, and what Colby likes to do. Get on the board early. Colby's been going with a little bit of a deeper kick tonight, and we've also done a few of those kind of mid-range good kicks, and Goodland's really had a hard time fielding the football. I've seen 2 or 3 of those get on the ground, and we'd have to pick it up late before Colby gets to it. Absolutely beautiful night here at Denton Field for high school football, especially in October. Unbelievable we're getting this kind of weather. Everybody getting stretched out here. Good fan base tonight. Cowboys traveled well, as you usually see in these games. Colby, of course, with a packed house here at Denton Field tonight. Two teams still waiting for the final minute. A little bit of time to run off the clock here. Both teams are ready to go. Second half upcoming. Colby, on this drive, they definitely want to give a stop here on this first drive of the second half and then get some points on the board and get it to a 40-point game, and then you'll see the second string come out there as we get the continuous clock and we'll get a little time to play here tonight and some varsity action. And we've seen a lot of action here in the last several weeks here. Colby's had some big halftime leads, with the exception of the Russell game, because that one we didn't play the second half of that one after the second or third lightning delay. They finally decided to just go home. Colby does it a little scripted. Boy, it takes a big hop there and Goodland able to field it at about the 35-yard line, and it's returned out to about the 44. And a lot of little extracurriculars are coming out at the end of that play. The flags down. And here we go. Cowboy offense has struggled here today, except with the exception of a couple of big plays early on. One of them off of a tipped pass that they were able to come up with off the tip and make a big play. But Eagle defense was pretty stingy in the first half. Cowboys with 2 receivers to each side. Shotgun formation, man in motion from left to right, and then lining up in the backfield is Johnson. There's the snap, and handoff goes on the right side for a loss of a yard on the play. A good start to the second half for Colby. Waiting Cure. Read option play, and we handed off for not much.
Peyton Walmart next play, so he's in the side of the field. Nice job using his hands, able to read. And bring it back down at the line of scrimmage. Young sophomore getting a lot of snaps tonight on the defense side of football.
Yeah, it's really a chance to spell either Bowie or Slavens. Both of those guys are back in the game now as Wallmeyer gets another break. They'll take the handoff from Goodland. Hit as they throws, and it is well off the mark. But again, a man open down the field that time, then Henry Cole, but the connection not made. That's out of the defensive line because they hit the quarterback in Leighton Cure right as he was throwing that football, and that helped get it offline a little bit. They get a breakdown in that secondary.
That breakdown, and then the ball's up for grabs with a poorly thrown ball as well outside of the fade route, but yet inside the sideline, but nobody goes out to the football. You have a sense of urgency when the ball goes up like that.
3rd and 10, Colby with the blitz, and again, Goodland has been running these screen passes on 3rd down and taking advantage of Colby's aggressiveness, and again, it's successful for a gain of about 13 in the 1st down. I mean, Colby bringing the house that time, Goodland makes the right read and dumps it underneath. 13-yard gain, 1st and 10. First down in Colby territory at the 44. I'll tell you, Cure barely got that one off. Yeah, you want that. Cowboys set again, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation again. Cure rolling to his left. Hit as he throws, spun around, and that one's off the mark. And we bring up 2nd and 10. Good job again by the defensive front. We had the one big sack for 12 yards in the 1st half. And we got him a couple other times for sure, but they haven't hit him a ton tonight. He's been able to get rid of it, but he's been under duress all night long.
Yeah, he's had to move his feet, and more importantly, not been able to set his feet outside the pocket to throw. That one, he's got a couple out routes to throw them between to the outside.
Set again, 3 receivers to the left side. Tight end to the right side. 1 back in the backfield. Blitz coming again. Cure wants to throw. He does. Over the middle, it's incomplete. And we bring up 3rd and 10. So Colby brings a blitz on 2nd down that time, and
Colin Sapp hits it in the hands. He's been able to bring it in. Almost like an interception. He gets that one, he might put it into.
Yeah, he might
put it in continuous clock. They ran for a long time.
3rd and 10 for the Cowboys. They'll run several new personnel out onto the field. 2 receivers left. And 2 to the right. 1 back in the backfield for Cure. Leighton gets a snap. That's time this time. And launches one deep down the field. Coverage was there initially. That was just well overthrown and no chance on that one. And it looked like DJ Knox, and was one of the receivers back on the play. A little bit gimpy as he heads back to the huddle, and brings up 4th and 10 for the Cowboys. Goodland content to put the ball in the air here in the 2nd half against Colby so far. We've had some openings. Colby with 2 receivers to each side of the field. Shotgun again for Cure with 1 back there with him. Eagles spring pressure from the outside. Intercepted. He tried to throw it underneath. It's picked off by Colby. The Eagles with a big guy down the sideline, and this is going to be a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Kyler Britt. Senior night gets the pick and takes it 46 yards for a touchdown. 46-yard interception return for a touchdown by Kyler Britt.
No doubt it doesn't get a lot of recognition. Plays on the interior line, so like a rule you're not going through, but he plugged a lot of holes and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He had, early on in that drive, he had put a hit on Cure, and then that time get to the interception and a touchdown. Pick 6 for the big guy.
Love it when a lineman gets the ball, man.
Yeah.
There's no stopping him. Snap is good. The extra point is not good. Wide to the right. Now it's not going to go, but the score is 55-10 now, and the clock will be continuous for the remainder of the game. We'll take a break after the score. It is 55-10, Colby on top. With 9:30 to go in the third quarter. Back with more in just a minute.
This time of the year can get a little stressful on your finances. If you're in the need for any type of loan, come in and talk to their local grown loan officers at the People's State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or have come off the farm, they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your patronage at the People's State Bank, with locations in Colby, Oakley, Hoxie, Goodland, and McDonald. The People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Quality workmanship and experience are just two of the things you will find when working with Stevens Construction for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential construction needs. They are your local Butler and Lester dealer and are ready to assist you in choosing the steel or wood frame building you have been looking for. They also specialize in overhead door sales and service. Stevens Construction has been in the business for over 40 years, so stop by today and see them on South Country Club Drive in Colby.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. The Eagles to kick it away here, leading 55-10. In the early going of the third quarter, we will have continuous clock the rest of the game. Cowboys on the return. About the 25. A penalty flag has come in on the play. That was thrown by the back judge. And we'll see what the call is here. Holding on Goodland. So 10 yards from holding on the foul, which was the 25. And that'll cost them another 10 yards here to start this drive. And it takes a minute 12 off the clock already. Kyler Britt with a touchdown for the Eagles, who now will be making his case to play tight end next week. Right. You know what I mean? Like, look, coach, you see I told you I could do it. You've seen my hands. Yeah. You saw my running ability with the football. 46 yards, nobody touched me. And maybe in the backfield next week. Cowboys with the football. They'll run a little end-around play. Colby there to stop it. Loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11. And again, Eagles running a lot of players in and out now. We're seeing a bunch of the second stringers come in. Seniors coming out of the ball game for Colby as well. They're getting on the play. And getting a nice ovation from the crowd here. A lot of the secondary now is second string guys for Colby. Except for staff, they're all twos. And rolled it in there now. Handoff's going to go off the middle for the Cowboys. Goodland getting nothing. Colby again stuffing at the line. Might be a loss of another yard. And 3 more youngsters make their way out of the field for Colby. Aiden Cook out there for Colby. Declan Ryan also out there for the Eagles. Third down. 11. And Colby will make sure everybody gets some time now. That's one thing about these continuous clocking second half ones like this. You get a chance to roll some of that second group in, and they're still getting a shot at some of the varsity players from Goodland. Yeah. Shotgun formation. And we have a whistle and a penalty flag. Encroachment on Colby, so lining up a little bit too close to the line of scrimmage, and it got in the neutral zone. That cost 5 yards on the Eagles. Going to back them up 5 yards. Also get to some snaps running your stuff. I mean, most of the time they spend all week, every week, running the scout team, doing the other team stuff. So anytime they can get some snaps running your stuff is better for your program. 3rd and 5 for Goodland. Clock down to 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Motion from left to right. Ball popped up into the air and fumble on the play. Still waiting on the indication. Colby football. Eagles get the recovery. And a big one for the Eagles as they're going to take over now deep in Goodland territory. We're going to see a whole bunch of different players out on the field for Colby. Shipper's still out there at quarterback, but looks like the ones. Yeah, the ones are back out there. And he may run on a play and then take a few of the seniors out, run another play, take a few out, and kind of work it that way. Get them recognized for their efforts. Colby will head to the line here. Two receivers to the left side, two to the right. Shippers awaits the snap, gets it, hands it off on the right side, and a big running room. Touchdown, Colby, and guess who this one is? Tucker Branham, who gets to go back into the backfield where he got to play last year. They moved into the offensive line this year, and coach says, you know what, let's get the big guy back in the backfield. And Tucker Branham takes it in. One carry on the season, 16-yard touchdown. And now we're going to have him lob it. Yeah. Well, first Kyler, now Tucker. I like it. The linemen are dominating the second half of this game. Extra point is up, and this one no good. The score is 61-10, Colby. He's still a little juiced up after the carry. Yeah. Well, that one again went for 16 yards. We'll take a break. Back with more of the Eagles on Radio and Colby football in just a minute.
Are you looking for a bank that offers a variety of services? One that works with your busy schedule? Well, look no further. Farmers & Merchants Bank is the bank for you. Hi, this is Debbie with Farmers & Merchants Bank. We offer many products that fit all your financial needs. And with extended hours and 2 convenient locations, we can accommodate your busy schedule. We're committed to the community, and because we're the only locally owned bank, we're here for you and here to stay. Stop in today at either of our convenient locations and visit with our friendly staff. Farmers & Merchants Bank, together making a difference. Member FDIC.
Here at McKee Incorporated, we're proud to offer service you can trust, along with Lennox products that can help keep you comfortable and save you money. This fall, McKee Incorporated is offering up to $1,600 in rebates on brand new Lennox systems. So call us today at 785-462-3132. McKee Incorporated, proudly offering Lennox products. Just another way we make you feel better.
Now back to more of the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Set to kick it off after the Tucker Branham 16-yard touchdown run. Cowboys will return it on the left side this time and get it out across the 30 to the 32. They'll take over 1st and 10. Second group out there for Colby right now defensively. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, 61-10, Colby on top. And we're running continuous clock now. Here's the Eagles up by over 40 in the third quarter. We'll stop again at the quarter, but outside of a timeout, the clock will run the remainder of the game. Cowboys set up offensively here. Leighton Kear's still in the quarterback. And he will hand it off up the middle. Penalty flags fly here. Not much on the run that time. Aiden Cook on the stop for Colby. So they will mark this one back 10 yards from the spot of the infraction, which was the line of scrimmage. So they'll get 1st and 20 for the Cowboys. I think Aiden Cook got in earlier in the season, one of the early games here in Colby, and had a big pass play right at the end of the game, get called back for a penalty on the offensive side of things. But he needed a defensive line to play on that one. But again, a lot of youngsters out here on this defensive side of the second set. There's another end-around play by the Cowboys, well defended by the Eagles. Thomas, we talked about this a few weeks ago, and how good the second unit for Colby did when they came in. Again, I start here for the second unit. Yeah, on the stop. Yeah, they've played really well when they've had time or opportunity on the year so far to get some snaps here on Friday night and do a really nice job on the defensive side of football. Cowboys set again, double wing, one receiver right. We'll see motion across the formation, take the handoff, back to pass. And this one complete on the left side, and Cowboys will break some tackles down the sideline, and first down and a little more on the play. Andrew Wood on the reception. Wood, your tight end with the pick, or with the reception, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. 61-10, Colby on top. Fourth quarter coming up, getting with the football on Rebound. return. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby Football on 100.3.
For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department of Walmart. And, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation or Wii games. Walmart in Colby also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student-athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Gunlock. I'm excited to be practicing chiropractic again here in Colby. My new office is 480 North Franklin in downtown Colby, right next to Goulash. I'd like to help you with your general wellness, including low force adjustments, acupuncture, nutritional protocols, and Graston technique to help with muscle release and quicker healing. Call me at Gunlock Chiropractic today to schedule an appointment at 269-9565. That's 269-9565.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back, ready for quarter number 4. Goodland with the football, trailing Colby 61-10. Again, the second unit out there for Colby, and we're starting to see some of the Goodland second stringers into the game as well. Lake Cure is still in the quarterback, inside handoff now by the Cowboys, and a gain of about 3 yards, maybe 4 on the left side. And was on the carry that time for Goodland was Duncan Krosky. Krosky, a senior, but a kid we haven't seen a lot of. Second and 6. It's a game up on the little dive play on the double wing set. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of these second stringers coming to the game now for Goodland. DJ Knox lines up at tailback. Brock Mole is in there as well. And we'll look to pass. Rolling to the right side, firing over the middle of the field. The catch is made. And a nice one. Right in that time by DJ Knox. The freshman makes the catch for the Cowboys. And that's down inside the 5-yard line. Right at about the 5. The first and goal to go from there. Here does a nice job hitting him on the drag on the backside, rolling out to his right. Kier had a little time to set his feet that time. Yeah. And make a good throw. Then Knox ran a nice route, didn't give up on it. Knox a little guy. He don't have height on these rosters, but not a big kid by any stretch. Good on the throw again. They'll lob it up in the corner of the end zone, and this one is too far, incomplete, out of bounds. And it'll bring up second and goal to go. For the Cowboys inside the 5. Clock running again with 15 to go. Cowboys are good set again. Second down, goal. Been a long time in the huddle to get a play set up. I believe it's Weeder at quarterback now for the Cowboys. Well, this is Curie, still finds it over the middle. Intercepted by the Eagles. Intercepted by Colby right at about the goal line, and that one pulled in. Another shorter. Yeah, Landon Ryder coming up with that one for the Eagles. Something that's going in and grab. It really was. And then that nice little return afterward. Yeah. It was a heck of a grab. And the second half shutout continues for Colby. Nice 3-hole drop, ends up with an interception going the other way for the Eagles, and we'll see. You know, and Ryder's a kid that's got more and more time as the season has gone on, and we've seen it makes some nice plays for Colby when he's had opportunities. Yeah, he's one of those guys who's made a lot of plays on the kickoff unit, running down the field and making play out in the field. So. Had a sack earlier in the season as well, and again, a sophomore that's not just seen time on cleanup game. He's seen some times in regular game time, and it's still close games. Taking advantage of his opportunity to get a sophomore, but Good group of seniors here for the Eagles. The crowd in here can fire up to a little baby shark action. Interesting one. Eagle offense now taking the field, and this is the junior varsity unit that's out there right now. Let's see who we got in here at QP for the Eagles. Inside handoff by Colby. Really nice game of about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Tyler Voss. Yep. Young freshman. Number 4. Inside handoff that time for Voss. And a good 6-yard gain. 5-yard gain. Second down, 4 to go for Colby. Eagles will spread the field out again. Connor Griffin split out wide to the left side. One receiver wide to the right side. Voss gets the high snap. Hands it off on the left side, and not a lot of room, but again, a couple of yards on the play. It'll be that 3rd and short for Colby. A little bit of a miscommunication looked like there initially, because
nice play of the throw. Anyway, Colin Carroll, nice job taking that ball on the handoff and getting what he can on the outside zone. You got 3 yards in the play, making it 3rd and 2.
Voss awaits the snap again. And here's the handoff on the left side, and a big running room for Colby, and breaking tackles, and all the way out to about the 40-yard line. On the play, we're looking at about almost a 20-yard gain on the play for the Colby Eagles.
Nick Raymer,
yep, on the carry. Getting a lot of new numbers in here, so bear with us.
Raymer's kid, though, a few weeks of last home game, we had continuous clock whole second half. A nice second half for the Eagles.
Over this time, we'll send one receiver to the right. Now they'll send a slot out there as well. Split backs, motion. There's a quick pitch on the right side. Eagles looking for some running room, cutting it up the field, breaking some tackles, staying on his feet here. This is Aiden Cook, and Cook finally drug out of bounds in Goodland territory at the 41-yard line. Nice piece of running by Cook. Getting out a big kid, but a lot of speed.
Yeah, it looked like I think it was just an outside zone. Nice job of cutting it up and keeping his feet turned, and then he stops straight down and gets out in the open field.
So 1st and 10 to go for Colby. Tyler Voss at quarterback. Gets the snap, quick pitch, and it gets away from Colby, and this one Colin Carroll couldn't hang on to it. Able to come up with the ball, though, at midfield with a big loss of about 9 yards for Colby on the pitch. Just a little miscommunication there. Again, that's kind of hard on this, too, because it's not just your JV unit. There's some other kids mixed in there, and these are kids that don't play together very often, so you're going to see a little bit of these timings and miscommunications with these groups. But again, this is invaluable time. You can't simulate this in practice. 2 receivers right and left for Colby. Voss gets the snap. Quick pitch on the right side. This time they complete it. And this is Cook again down the sideline. Penalty flag is down. Cook out across the 30-yard line. A big gain on the play, but again, I think this is going to come back. There's a penalty flag back in the area of holding. It is.
And then you get the Eagles holding on a receiver on the outside. But nice piece of running by Cook again.
That's some speed. That is for sure. So they'll mark this back. You would have had the first down on the play. In about a 20-yard gain. But now you're looking at second down and about 30 to go. They need to get to Goodland on this play.
Right.
Well, you got a couple of plays out of here. And depending on how it goes, you could even take 3 shots at it. Luis Madrid split out wide to the left side for Colby. Voss gets the snap. This time an inside handoff. Another penalty flag is down. Short gain on the play, but I think this is going to be procedure against Colby. Motion maybe. Yeah, procedure against Colby. I imagine they'll decline this if you're Goodland. Yeah, I mean, it's already going to be forever to go. Nope. They'll take it. So, make it second down and 36 miles to go. 37 yards. However well they got it. Eagles get set again here. Voss hits the snap. And a little end-around play and a nice piece of running here. On the play by Calvin Carroll, and he, with a great second effort, gets it out to near midfield. I wouldn't say it's third and manageable, but third and a heck of a lot better than 33. I can get a 10-yard gain on that one, and they'll bring up second down and 23, or third down and 23. Looking at the sideline, one thing about this, too, this is eating up an atrocious amount of time. And we are continuous clock right now with Colby up 51 points. 3:18 to go. Oh, snap gets over the head of Voss, and he does the right thing. Ball's on it. Gets in the fetal position, hugs that ball. Recovered by the young freshman. And now you're going to send the punting unit out on the field. Connor Griffin lined up as the punter, gets the snap, and gets away a kick, and he angled it in the right spot. Well, this is going to bounce, and really going to pick it up here at the 30-yard line and be returning it out to about the 33. On the return that time was DJ Knox. And Colby was not set at the line of scrimmage on that one, so and not in the right formation. They tried that quick snap on that one to Griffin, and as a punter, you got to make sure your guys are where they're supposed to be and ready to go at the snap. 2:16 to go here in the game. Clock running. Goodland will have the football. As a penalty declined by the Cowboys. And they will have Matthew Nemechek in now at quarterback for Goodland. Out of the pistol here. Nemechek sends a man in motion. Hand off goes up the middle and a couple of yards on the play here. And Colby going to send a few more players out onto the field. By Kopich. Checks into the ball game for Colby. Still a lot of players out here at the snap of the ball. Cade Lanning into the lineup for Colby. And in fact, the Eagles are going to take a timeout here because they're trying to get players out onto the field here and making sure everybody's getting playing time tonight. And it's well deserved. To tell you what, these youngsters sometimes don't get the credit. They don't get to necessarily get out here and game in game on basis and play. What you don't think about is the beating that they've taken all week long and helping the varsity be better in beating that scout team and putting in the effort there in the weight room and in their JV games and going through all that. They put in the work but don't necessarily get the glory out of it, and so it's awesome when you get an opportunity to get all these kids out of here. 1:28 to go in the game. And senior night coming up. We've got some fireworks tonight as well here at Denham Field. After the game.